Don't worry, just down the street.
Yeah. Up your ass and to the left?
No, like seriously, it's just down the street.
My family in Reading, when they say around the corner or down the street, it could be like 3 or 4 miles away.
It's like a mile and a half from here.
Yeah. That's not around the corner.
Oh no, we get on them all the time about it.
That's like if I said, oh yeah, Cal Poly is just around the corner from my apartment.
Isn't it like 2 turns?
Isn't it what?
Isn't it like only 2 turns?
No. Minimum. Anyway.
Yeah, let's not dox you on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Case 7. The Banker's Hiatus. April 11th, 1890. The world's first consulting detective, Sherlock Holmes, turns from the fire, where he has restored a measure of warmth to his hands, and comes to seat before his morning breakfast. Sitting with us around the table are Inspector Lestrade and Dr. Watson. Well, Lestrade, what brings you to our humble abode on this cold, windy morning? An ill wind, I presume. You presume correctly, Mr. Holmes. Murder. Ah, indeed. Who is the victim, and what are the details? The victim was one Oswald Mason, chief accountant for the Bank of England. He was murdered at his home at 10 o'clock last evening by his... He was found murdered at his home at 10 o'clock last evening by his wife upon her return from an evening out. He seems to have been a simple, hard-working man, leading a quiet and unassuming
We're gonna
life.
lose audio for about
And
5
on the
seconds.
surface, there seems to be no motive for the murder. Well, Lestrade, I don't think you came out on a morning like this just to tell me you have a murder with no motive. I can't believe that Scotland Yard has exhausted all its resources and must now turn to me. Lestrade does not immediately respond. He keeps his dark eyes focused on the plate of kippers in the center of the table. After a moment, he raises his eyes and looks at Holmes. You're right, Mr. Holmes. I think it's premature, but I am here at the request of the Exchequer. It seems that Mr. Mason was doing some work for the Treasury, and the Chancellor wants to make sure that Mason's death has nothing to do with the work he was involved in. Do you have any evidence that the murder was related to the Treasury matter? No, none whatsoever. I tried to convince the Chancellor that unless some new evidence turns up, it looks as if Mason's death is just another commonplace murder that I am sure the Yard can solve. I am sure, Lestrade, but as I have said before, and depend on it, there is nothing so unnatural as the commonplace. Right at the moment, I am finishing up a vexatious puzzle, so maybe my friends here will be able to look into the matter until I am free. Yep, that is.
All right,
that is it.
so we gotta find out what happened to Mr. Cobblepot.
Did he just say that he was
No,
doing like a
Cobblepot is
crossword puzzle and was
Hanger.
too busy to solve a murder?
Yeah.
Not a crossword, he said a vexatious.
So, yeah, I was fixing an
Yeah,
audio
yeah.
issue, but like,
His name's Oswald Cobblepot.
Hey, I have a question. What's a kipper?
Oswald and Oswald. A kipper, isn't it?
It's
like
a fish.
Fish?
Kipper's a fish.
Like a
Okay.
tiny little fish?
Great.
Yeah, it's a sardine.
It's a British anchovy.
Yep, it is. Man, the power of Google.
Okay, so obviously places we should go potentially now. I don't think Scotland Yard's gonna
Hey,
do
Gav.
anything for us. So probably scene
Working
of
on
the
your
crime and maybe his home address.
overlays. Probably haven't done something this
Well,
weekend.
he was murdered at home, so.
Oh, duh.
First one's down.
All right, fantastic.
Mark, you uploaded the newspapers, right?
Yeah, so newspaper on the 30th March, Jonathan Small is some dude. Injuries received in a hit-and-run carriage accident.
That's rough.
Let's see, J.
Hit-and-run
Small and
carriage.
Co. So, let's see, on 30th March, Jonathan Small, injuries, hit-and-run carriage accident. And then later on in miscellaneous, J. Small and Co. So I'm assuming Jonathan Small and Co. Ceramics and miniature replicas of the world's greatest statuary. Finest quality, 32 Oakley Street, Northeast. I don't know. He sounds like he was robbed, is what. I don't know.
What did he take?
No, I'm saying he was robbed of some of his statues from his ceramics and miniature replicas of the world's greatest statuary stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Is there anything about Oswald Mason
Except that his real last name is Cobblepot.
in the newspaper?
He's a little short. His nose is kind of weird.
I don't know. I'm gonna go to my desk and log in on my computer so I can open up the newspaper.
I will stay here and continue sitting on my laptop.
Murder in Bloomsbury. A murder was committed in Bloomsbury last night. Shortly after 10 p.m., Constable Lane, summoned by cries for help, entered the home at 42 Tottenham's Court Road of Mr. Oswald Mason, chief accountant of the Bank of England, and found the body of Mr. Mason sprawled across the desk in his study, where he had apparently been murdered by a blow to the head. Mr. Mason's body was discovered by his wife upon her return to their home around 10 p.m. The police report only that the intruder apparently entered by an upstairs window and, judging by the disarray of the study, a struggle occurred in which Mr. Mason met his death. As of this time, the crime has not been brought home to any person, but the best detectives are now involved in the investigation and search for the perpetrator of this bloody crime. Mr. Mason is survived by his wife, Rose, and his brother, Cecil.
And you said there's no new newspapers, right?
There is a new newspaper. That's what I just was reading from.
Oh, October 20th. Sorry, I just logged back on.
I will say, wait, what's the date of this newspaper, Mark?
April. So it says April 12th on the thing. It should be April 11th. I fucked up. But either way, it's a year later.
Oh, it's a full year. Okay, yeah, that's what was tripping me up on it. Like,
So I highly doubt we're gonna find anything, but based on that from last time.
And when did
What?
this guy die? When did this crime happen?
Last night.
Great. When is last
April 10th.
night? Okay.
They went
1890.
yeah, they went like, hey, it was last night. You know what? We can't handle this. We're gonna go get Holmes. Just like right away. One thing I don't like about Dropbox
Quite
is that
the
I can't
case
just like.
if
Oh wait, there it was, there it
anything
is.
of this was mentioned in previous newspapers.
Well, but there could be something about a thief.
It's a conspiracy. They were targeting him.
That did happen before where we found out someone did something because they had come into town, a week before and been stealing jewels or something like that.
Yeah, but this is a
Hey, Mark
full
Wallace.
year.
Mark Wallace got married.
Oh, wait, hold on. So this guy was murdered April 10th of
April 10th.
1891?
1890.
Okay, and this newspaper is April 11th, 1890.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the previous newspaper from the case before
Oh,
this
I wasn't
was
talking
April
about that.
12th, 1889.
So what you're saying then is that the case that we are being set on is a year old.
No.
No, the case we are being set on is a year ahead of the
So our last
previous
case was a full year ago.
Okay.
The murder that we're
This
investigating
is-
happened yesterday or last night.
This murder
Okay.
happened a year after the mummy murders.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Man, we've been idle.
Considering we haven't played this game in 8 months and then we played 2 almost back to back, it feels kind of weird. And then like it's like, yeah, it was a year ago, but we only played it 2
It's
weeks
like,
ago.
what?
Our time, like I kind of wanted to schedule all these things when they were for us and when they should have been. Mark, do you know how long, like the number of years this game's supposed to take place across?
One more time?
Do you know how long this game is supposed to take place across? Like how many years?
Man, you're cutting it in and out. I don't know how many.
I'll fix that.
I don't know when the last newspaper set. Haven't looked.
Think I might have fixed it.
Ah, there you are. You're loud
And then
clear.
also some of the like one of the expansion, like the most recent expansion, is a prequel.
Right.
And then some of them, like some of the cases, are woven in between. So yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in the late 1880s, early 90s. So if you guys want to talk for a moment, I need to go get some laundry out of the dryer and then put other laundry from the washer into the dryer. So BRB.
This is one of the most scuffed sessions we've ever had.
Yeah, I am once again unable to open the new newspapers. I can open the old ones.
Yeah, you can pull up
I
on
know.
my stream.
So fucking stupid.
Should we play Jackbox instead?
I already named the stream Sherlock Case 7, so like.
Oh no,
already started,
we're
yeah.
up. We're live.
Yeah, we've been up for all of 11 minutes now.
All right,
And-
then I put my dick away. Sorry, hold on.
You're not. Your camera's not on, but
Oh.
I do have Discord open, so everybody sees who speaks, even though your names are all like coded.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Mine doesn't say Butt Mormon.
No, it does. That's
That's your code.
Oh.
Now when you
Wait.
It's not your birth name.
It's not.
I don't know. Go check your birth certificate. Do you have it?
No.
All right, you fucking alien.
Wow. I get really. We're on stream. Language cap.
No, sorry. Whoops.
I have like 3 or 4 sets of people I kind of like stream with, and each of them has like the amount they swear. Like that's the I can put each one in. You guys are not the worst.
Nice. Fucking nice.
Okay, you're getting there. No. No, I was playing Apex with a friend Cameron. So I actually made Cameron mod that stream.
Is it Cam?
I did say Cam. But,
No, you said Cameron.
no, when I was talking to Mark about it.
Oh,
And
was
we're
it
talking
Cam?
about-
No, it was Cameron.
No, I think he means the person you were streaming with.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a friend or an old coworker from Best Buy.
I hear your Best Buys are always at Fry's, guaranteed.
I've not seen a Fry's Electronics. I don't know how long. Okay, I should probably be reading this newspaper.
Didn't they go out of business? The only thing I saw, there was something about where like there's a place where all like lineages were compiled, which might help us, not even this case, but in a later one. And then something about statues in there.
So, I think for sure we need to go to the scene of the crime.
I would agree with that statement. So
And if we don't come up with any leads from that, we can go back to the newspaper, or maybe pull up one of our other leads.
all right, let's go directory.
What are we looking for?
Oswald Mason.
Pot.
Come on. Mason Cecil. Okay, it's
His brother.
42 WC.
Okay, so Cecil Mason is his brother. You should note that.
Yeah.
50 Southwest.
Cecil Cobblepot.
42 WC.
Right there.
Thank you for saying right there when we can totally see what you're referring to.
Fucking
Right
right there, man. If you
There, I
don't get
found
it,
it.
you're fucking stupid.
You guys are really pushing for
Yeah.
that top. Yes, I am. You guys are really
Oh.
pushing for that top seed, aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
Wait, are you actually
You
saying?
bet your sweet
I
ass
am.
we are.
But
Okay,
Mark,
I'm gonna bring Steam up.
you didn't hear earlier because I think you're getting laundry. I was saying I have like 3 or 4 groups I like kind of stream with, and each I can rank each of them based on how much they swear, and you guys are like in second on that scale.
Not for long.
Oh, you're definitely getting up there tonight.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're rude and crude.
It's because we have to roll digital dice.
He's still bitter.
That'll happen when Leah leaves the party.
Yeah, he's still depressed too.
Sad boy hour. All right, Mark. Did you find the envelope
The envelope?
for the scene of the crime?
42 West Central?
No, he's talking about the
Is-
clue.
Like, what envelope?
The clue. Did you grab the clue for the scene of the crime yet?
It's all in the same book. There's no envelope.
You never play many like regular board games as a kid. You only play like RPGs, huh?
Me? I've only played regular board games. As a
No,
kid.
no, Mark.
Oh,
What do you mean?
The game Clue.
I've
Envelope.
played Clue. I've played Clue.
All right, so what's the clue say about this place, or what's the thing about 42WC?
Okay.
Thought you had it ready to go.
42WC. I did. I just had to bring it up. Constable Parks, on duty at the Mason house, shows us the study, the scene of the crime. We find the study in shambles. The office chair has fallen back, and all elements which were on the desk are scattered on the ground. The inkwell has spilled its contents on the carpet, and the stain has extended to a book which was apparently on the desk. Knickknacks from the commode have also been knocked over, but the furniture from the back of the room is intact. At the foot of the window, we also find the fragments of a completely destroyed plaster statuette. Wiggins is near the window, a magnifying glass in hand, examining the windowsill. There's a palm print here on the windowsill. It looks like it was left in a residue of plaster dust. Says Wiggins as he replaces his magnifying glass in his coat pocket. Where was the body found, Parks? It was sprawled across the desk. You can see the blood stain on top. The blighter put up The blighter put up quite a fight, I must say. How was he killed? Head was bashed in by a statue. It was sent over to the lab for old Murray to look at it. Is there any indication of how the murderer got into the house? It looks as if he entered by the upstairs window. It was found open, and it shows signs of forced entry. Who found the body? His wife. She said she was at her weekly whist game at the West End Social Club. She arrived home around 10 o'clock and found her husband dead. Did she see anyone in or around the house? She said she saw and heard nothing. Is the room as she found it? Yes. She said that as soon as she saw her husband lying sprawled across the desk, she ran outside for help. Constable Lane came at the sound of her cries and took charge. The only thing removed were the body, which was taken to Bart's, and some of Mr. Mason's papers, which were taken to Scotland Yard. Oh yes, and the statue, which was sent to the criminology lab. And where is Mrs. Mason? She was in a state of shock and was taken to her sister, Mrs. Edward Farmer. Okay.
so sounds like we might have to go to Scotland Yard after all to see what papers were taken as evidence.
Yeah, so Scotland Yard, I don't think we need to check to see if she was actually at her whist game at the West End Social Club. I think that is
Kosher.
pointless.
I don't know if we need to go actually question her, because it doesn't sound like she knows much.
Sounds like she was just in shock during the thing.
Yeah.
Do we think the criminologist might be worthwhile? Like, I guess they wouldn't have found prints, but, some sort of evidence with the statue.
Just don't know
Ed was
what they would have
bashed
found.
in by a statue.
All right, let's just say one of the questions is probably gonna be what was he killed with? Probably a statue. His head was bashed in.
That would
Yeah,
be
there is
kinda crazy
something
if that's the
in
question.
the miscellaneous of the paper I'm gonna sneeze. And that's
How
all I'll
dare
say.
you.
No. It says Small and Company, ceramics and miniature replicas of the world's greatest statuary, finest quality. And I don't know if that's got anything to do with statues, but didn't say any statues were taken, right?
I did mention that earlier, but
Oh,
yes.
maybe it was in the transition. When I was...
Hey, look at that. West End Social Club, whist every Thursday at 7.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was because it's Friday now.
Mondays at 8.
Online at shaneco.com.
This is
They
not a
just opened a
sponsored
new
stream.
Cupertino spot.
But it
I
could
hope you
be.
realize.
What?
Wait.
What?
So it says here that her so the newspaper says a murder was committed in Bloomsbury last night, shortly after 10 p.m.
Where?
So last night would have been Thursday night.
Where?
Backside.
Okay. Oh, anarchists found dead in rooms?
No. Top article. Top middle.
Oh,
Found
they're
it.
in Bloomsbury.
So, according to this paper, since this was made on Friday, April 11th,
Okay.
the murder happened Thursday night.
Yeah, that's when the police said it happened.
She said she was coming back from her whist game from the West End Social Club.
Which is on Tuesday.
Oh shit!
Wait,
So
no.
you have
I
to
thought
talk
it's
to-
no. You said it was on Thursday at 7.
No. The thing says. Oh, I thought it said.
Oh, it
Mondays
is a
and
Thursday.
Wednesdays. God damn
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was Monday, Tuesday. Okay. No, I think it checks out.
Okay, nope, we're good. Never mind.
You guys got into the memes a little too hard right there.
I wasn't even the memes. That was just me mishearing Cameron. There's a difference.
I like
I
to
thought you
say
said-
that I do also like turtles.
I thought you said Tuesday. So I was going down that route. I was like, she's a
Yeah,
fucking liar.
I thought I said Tuesday. As soon as you started saying that, I was like, oh, I must have said Tuesday.
And then for some reason, after a second, I thought it was Wednesday. So I don't know. Either way, okay, it checks out. Ish.
Alright, I'm gonna switch over to my phone.
Something wrong with your computer? Oh, you gotta
I'm
eat.
gonna go have dinner.
I gotta make.
Do not
All right,
need the
so
ASMR
it
in my
does
ears.
say that.
Wait, hold on. So, I don't know how long these games normally last, but like, that's a 3-hour thing. Like, it's if say it starts at 7, she gets home. Like, maybe it's like she got home at 10 and they report it, so that's why it's shortly after 10.
Yeah,
You know,
so I'm
like,
assuming
that's-
it's kind of like one of those like domino clubs where you just like are playing a game for like hours on end with, you know, it's like poker night kind of thing. So I think it checks out.
Okay. Oh, upon return to their home around 10 p.m. it says, okay.
Yeah, so she could have left sooner than that and done something else shady, but you know. So since, like, I don't know if it would be worth it. Like Alec and I have mentioned, Jonathan or J Small and Company. I'm assuming is Jonathan Small because of
Reasons, got it.
deaths. Oh, he died. Jonathan Small is dead now.
Hey, Mark, are you still looking at the newspaper?
Yeah.
Look at the backside and look at the last word in the Queen Anne statue.
I literally just read that. Then I started reading about the new sheet and I got distracted.
I am going to make that a shirt. I've been trying to find like a meme or something to sell on like Stream Elements, like a merch thing. Dilapidated is gonna be a shirt.
I hope so.
It better be.
I gotta figure out a good graphic for that. I'm gonna make a dilapidated dice. That like a D20. That's gonna be.
And it only rolls 20s, or is it ones because it's dilapidated?
It's a graphic. It's on a T-shirt.
Oh. You said it's on dice.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a dice graphic. Like.
Oh.
Okay.
That's cool.
I like how last time we played Sherlock, we were like totally focused and it was kind of an easy one, and this one I feel like is a little bit harder and we're like barely focusing on it. I don't. You know, I might do Sudoku like.
Wow.
That's a little different. Please don't commit Sudoku.
Yeah, I got too much in the meme. Oh, in Neo 2, I actually came across somebody who, you like did Harakiri or something in the latest mission. Like you were right before the boss and you did that. Why?
So let's see. He keeps. You're right, Mr. Holmes. I think it's all premature, but I am here at the request of the Exchequer. It seems that Mr. Mason was doing some work for the Treasury, and the Chancellor wants to make sure that Mason's death has nothing to do with the work he was involved in. So if there's anything in the paper regarding the Treasury or a bad business deal or something...
That's what I was looking for. I didn't see anything on the backside. I'm gonna check the front now.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either.
I'm trying to see if, like, maybe in the most recent newspaper, or the one prior to this one, if there is anything about Oswald Mason.
Hey, the Australians won their soccer game.
They did?
The Universal Knowledge and Information Office sounds pretty handy. Answers questions and supplies information on every conceivable subject possible.
Where's that?
In the miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Do you want me to mark that down?
You know, if we hit a dead end, I think maybe that's where we go.
All right, 47 West Central. Pretty close to the scene of the crime. Marking it down.
Oh, wait, hold on. Fees vary. Aren't we supposed to be, like, very poor?
Yeah, but we're
Are we worried about the brother? Cecil?
Yeah, his name is Cecil. Of course we're worried about the brother.
At least his name isn't Cobblepot, like the dead man.
Hey, I'll have you know my grandpa's name is Cecil and he's dead.
Mystery solved.
Exactly.
You guys see that show Invincible?
God, what is this?
There's a character in the new show named Cecil. I'll tell you.
That's fantastic.
He's like a white Nick Fury.
Wow.
So you mean the original Nick Fury?
Yeah, but this time, like, the government's actually, like, competent.
Ooh, I always find that questionable.
Well, at least in this comic, like, it can actually do something instead of just be like, rely on the superheroes.
Oh, okay.
What are you guys thinking?
The Universal Knowledge and Information Office sounds like a good place to go.
Yeah?
I'm thinking this newspaper seems pretty dog shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking Scotland Yard.
I'm
thinking pasta.
It said it was the old checker, or like that wanted us on the case.
Exchequer.
Exchequer, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want
I also put the Bank of England as a place of interest because that is, you know.
Yeah,
find out what he was dealing with.
You guys want to just go there, just out of curiosity?
Yeah.
I mean, that is his
I'm
place
down.
of business. And
I'm sure they're conducting their own investigations, so they've probably
Yeah,
learned some stuff.
Yeah, plus we might, like going there, we might learn what business he was dealing with. Or what
Alright.
he was involved in.
It's literally what I just said.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear you.
But I said it, so that's what matters.
So happens when you mute yourself all the time.
Plus, also, you might figure out what
Well,
business
it's
he was
that.
involved
I mean,
in.
can you hear the sizzling in the background?
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay, that's why I muted.
good. Bank time.
Alright, 23 East Central. If I can find it in the book. Okay, I'm gonna have to take another picture, and I will send it to you guys in some way, somehow. Alright. Mr. Ned Kimball, the chief cashier of the bank, receives us in his office. We find him behind a massive desk, which does his large frame justice, as we reckon his bulk to be well over 15 stones in weight. The silver-haired Kimball greets us affably, although he speaks with gravity and a shake of his head at the tragedy of Mason's murder. I just can't imagine why anyone would want to do such a thing. He was certainly well liked by all of his colleagues. How long has he been with the Bank of England? He started with us more than 15 years ago. He has always been one of our most trusted and valued employees. And 5 years ago, he was enthusiastically approved as a choice for chief accountant, despite his relative youth. As you may know, the bank is controlled by its directors, but they have little to do with the day-to-day operation of business. That is my responsibility. Mason was my second in command. Was he ever involved in any controversy or quarrel over bank business, of which you are aware? Most certainly not. As I said, he was well liked and did his job superbly. What do you know about his work with the Treasury? Very little. One of our responsibilities is to oversee government audits. This was Oswald's area of responsibility. This work is highly confidential. You'll have to talk to Governor Lionel Foxcroft if you have questions about this. I'm sorry, that's all I know. Would you object to our checking about his office? No, I suppose that would be acceptable. I thought that Mason's secretary, Mrs. Mabel Brown, would be the best person to sort through his papers, but as she reported in ill today, nothing has been done in that regard. Could you give us a list of the other members of Mason's staff? Yes, I would be glad to. None of them are here right now, as I gave them the day off. He takes the pen out of his inkwell, and he begins to write. If I can give you any further assistance, please let me know. With these words, he hands us the following list and shows us the door. Richard Cates, Mason's assistant. Miss Joanna Bailey, head clerk. Miss Mabel Brown, Mason's secretary. A check of Mason's desk reveals the following items. Great. And now it's a picture.
He's gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it's weird that she called in sick, but could just be like a herring. Could be just coincidence.
I mean, her boss just died, so I can't blame her, but at the same time, this is a little suspicious.
Yeah, and the governor, I mean, it's not like the governor had him murdered.
Well, maybe. We don't know. We don't know what exactly he's doing for the Exchequer. It's entirely possible that because the Exchequer's responsibility is for basically government spending, it's entirely possible that the governor was embezzling and our Cobblepot was supposed to be running the books and checking for embezzling.
Yes, that's fair.
My theory is that he was in Moriarty's pocket and then tried stealing from Moriarty, and then he got killed by Moriarty.
Yeah, we haven't had a case with him yet, like really, so.
That was the joke.
Like, I'm just saying, it is possible that it finally hits, like, on case 7.
Let's go to the informants list.
Yeah, we'll go to Porlock.
Yeah.
If it is Moriarty, then great. I called it. Blue.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There is a chance. Yes, Matt. All right, I'm just putting this in the Discord chat. There we go. So we got Tuesday, April 8th. Evenson and Co. Gifts. 2 statues. £2, 5 shillings. Paid today. March 31st, 1890.
I thought that said 1870. I was so confused.
Gotcha. Bacon and CIE? Whatever that is. 4th April, 1890. Account. Phelps, badge, 1247. Something Mason. Withdraw of £240. Okay. Q Mason?
Q or O?
Oh, Oswald Mason. I'm dumb. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Wednesday, April 9th. Aberdeen. Greece tickets, April 21st. Thursday, April 10th. M. Kempfield, Romano, 8 p.m. And then the little pamphlet thing for the Langham Hotel in London, March 26th. Paid today, £3, 6 shillings.
Okay, whenever I saw the S, I was thinking it meant silver. D&D terms. I was like,
Yeah.
M. Whatever Field was, what, 1 day before the murder? That could be relevant.
8
Yeah.
p.m. His wife would have been out at that time, so it could have been a meeting at
What
his
is-
place with that person.
Well, what is Romano? Is that like a restaurant?
A hotel or something, maybe? Yeah, or a restaurant.
It's
Yeah, I'm
in
looking at
Rwanda.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Romano?
Hotel
You mean
Rwanda.
Ray Romano?
Yep. The hotel run by Don Cheadle in Rwanda.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Romano's Restaurant, 19 West Central.
Oh, there you go.
So would we want to go to the restaurant or the guy's residence?
Yeah,
Or
can you look
neither.
up Kenfield or Kempfield?
Didn't we already go to the guy's residence? Oh, you're
Kempfield?
talking about Kempfield.
Yeah, the guy at the restaurant.
Anyone get his address?
Let me do it. Let me look it up.
I'm
Yeah.
Michael Kempfield, 48 EC.
Kempfield Michael, 48 EC. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So... Huh.
There's 48 EC.
What's the Fox thing? Foxcroft?
Yeah.
You like Mycroft, both the Fox.
Lionel Foxcroft, 46
Yeah.
EC.
Not exactly down the street of 48 EC.
Not necessarily a terrible idea to go to, just because of, like, if we wanted to find out his, like, what business he was in.
Yeah, because if he was involved in, like, auditing government spending like that or something, and there was, like, a direct chain there, maybe, like, the embezzlement theory holds some water.
Alright, so if I had to pick two places, like right now, I would say Mabel Brown or Foxcroft. Mabel Brown being the assistant.
You think the assistant?
Talking to her, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
So what places do we have marked down right now?
So currently, I have the assistant's place. I have his brother's place. I have Lionel Foxcroft, the governor. I have Romano's restaurant. And then I have Chesterfield, or whatever his name is. Hempfield.
I feel like if we go to the restaurant, we're not gonna learn anything. They're just like, yep, they were here.
Right?
Or they might say they got into an argument or something like that.
Yeah, they're not going to tell us anything that is like need to know information.
Yeah, they're not gonna. So the only place, and I feel like if we went to like Kempfield's place, it's probably gonna be like ransacked or empty, or he's just not there if he's like guilty at all. Oh, we lost Alec, but oh, there he is. So I don't know if he's really the best one to go to. I think the governor, just to learn what's going on, or the assistant.
Yeah, that's my. If I had to pick two places, those would be my two. What is everybody else thinking?
I'm thinking governor.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too at this point.
Okay. What are you thinking, Joe?
Yeah, that.
Yeah? You know what that is?
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that. Well, you're talking about going to the restaurant, right? It was either the decision between going to the restaurant or going to the actual guy's house. Well, if we go to the restaurant, because the whole point, if the restaurant is being housed for secret meetings, and there's reservation lists,
Sure.
then we can go to the restaurant, find a reservation list, and see who it is that the guy is meeting, potentially. Or we can talk to waitstaff and, bribe the waitstaff and be like, hey, who is this guy coming to see? Oh, he saw the
That is a
governor.
possibility.
We have the name of the guy he saw.
I'm also glad that the two choices that we were debating between were neither of those two.
And we
But thank
actually
you for
said
saying
no
the
to both of those.
I do like your train of thought, though. I appreciate the input.
That was a new train of thought about the restaurant. Yeah, but we were saying like they're gonna be like, yep, they were
fair,
there.
Joe is sick.
Yeah, I was gonna say he does sound like he's dying. I think we can give him a pass here.
All right. So,
But the reason why,
Thank you.
the reason why we said no to the restaurant Romano was because we said at most they're probably gonna tell us like, yep, they were there, they met together, they may have gone into an argument or something, but not much more. If we go to his place, Kempfield, if he's guilty, he's either just not gonna be there, or it's gonna be like ransacked or something like that, or we might find him dead even. The other thing is, if we do talk to him, it's like, yeah, I talked to him about buying a statue. Like, it's not gonna really matter. We're trying to so we're thinking of the governor or his assistant, trying to find more about his business.
Okay.
So we're saying the governor. Do you have any opinion about that?
Well, if we go to the governor and the governor is guilty and the governor's just going to lie to us or give us a lot of red tape and bureaucracy and be like, the governor's very busy right now, the governor can't talk to us. But if we go to the restaurant and we have the conversation with people and be like, yeah, they were anything but civil with each other. They were very rude and disrespectful to each other, and they were shouting because the governor is probably be like, oh, we had a spat. And then someone would be like, God, it was homicidal.
So
He didn't meet with the governor.
Here's a thing. The only reason I'm leaning secretary versus the governor is all the other guy said was if you want to learn about what work he was doing, go talk to the governor. That might have no bearing on the case whatsoever. I know we were supposed to look into whether or not it is related, but if he's just going to tell us the details of what he was working on, then it might not actually be pertinent at all.
Well, but if we go and see the governor and the governor starts to dance around the question.
Sure.
It's not like we can press him or anything, though.
Yeah, that's just my 2 cents on why I'm leaning more towards the secretary than the governor.
I'm just kind of worried. Like, I see we can get like almost nothing out of all these people, because if we go to the secretary, assistant, whatever, they could just be like, he was such a nice person, I can't believe anybody would ever do this to him, and just dance around it that way. And then like, it is sickly, she's sickly or whatever, and I should take the day off, so she's not going to be any help either. So I feel like there's a negative case in each of these scenarios.
So what is the group leaning towards? It seemed like the governor.
Yeah, I'm still with the governor.
Okay. Alex with the governor. Cameron, you still with the governor?
Walking Dead season 3, baby.
There you go. Matt.
I never watched that.
Okay, but are you
really irrelevant to the conversation here, Matt? Thank you.
Yeah, governor.
All right, so I got 3 for the governor, 1 for the secretary, and 1 for the restaurant. All right, good to know.
Sounds like we're going for the governor then.
No, we're going to Kempfield's place.
Yeah, 46 East Central.
Ugh.
Scotland Yard.
I think it was 46.
Porkies? Yeah, 46.
We still haven't gotten to the answer of all the universe's questions.
Facts. We haven't seen the computer yet.
All right, here we go.
What if it was just a hitchhiker's Easter egg?
Oh my god, I didn't get that reference.
Lionel Foxcroft, governor of the Bank of England, stands in front of his window, looking into the courtyard. At our entrance, he turns and addresses us. Please sit down. I understand that you are looking into Oswald's death. I will give you all the... What is it that you want to know? Well, the obvious question is who killed Oswald Mason? I wish I knew. He was a good man, and I can't imagine anyone who would want to murder Oswald. We had a great hope for him here at the bank. We understand that Mr. Mason was working on a special assignment at the Treasury? Yes, he was. Could there be any connection between Mason's assignment at the Treasury and his murder? I wouldn't think so. Great sums of money were involved, it's true, but I don't think there's any connection. Very few people knew of Mason's involvement in that investigation. No reason that they should. Who knew? Well, to my knowledge, there were only 3 people who knew what he was working on for the Treasury. Sir Adrian Malmquist at the Treasury, Richard Cates, Mason's assistant, and myself. Can you tell us what Mason was working on? It is rather complicated, but if you think it will help, I'll try. To understand what is involved, you must understand that the history of the bank financially is to all intents and purposes nothing more than a history of the bank rate, and that's what this whole investigation was concerned with. Since the Bank Act of 1844, the interrelationship between the bank and the government has become more intertwined. I am sure you understand the significance of the interest rate on the business of, and thus, the well-being of the empire. And the most important factor influencing the bank rate is stability. Mr. Foxcroft, I think that's all we need to know at this time. You've been most informative. Good day.
Well, that sounded like a whole lot of money.
So
Okay,
64 SE is that Sir
what if-
Adrian Mark.
What if the secretary was some kind of activist, right? And she hated what the relationship between the bank and the government, and she went in to steal something from Cobblepot's room and then murdered him.
What was the name of the secretary? Did he just say it?
Richard Cates.
Yeah, I think it's a he.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's Mason's assistant. The
It's
secretary
just my
is
it's
Mabel
just my
Brown.
sexism coming out
okay.
in school. It's whatever.
Oh, it's the assistant? Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah,
'Cause I
assistant,
heard
secretary, 2 different jobs.
Okay. Because you said the assistant earlier, and then you switched to going to the secretary, so I didn't know if they were interchangeable in this case.
So I corrected myself.
Okay. And Cobblepot's assistant is a woman, though.
Yes, her name is Mabel Brown.
Okay.
And when I say
Wait.
her name is Mabel Brown, I mean it could be a he.
The assistant is Mabel, and then the secretary is Richard, right?
No, other way. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The secretary is Mabel. The assistant is Richard.
Oh my lord.
The
Jesus.
assistant
Mark.
is
I
Dick.
thought Joe was the sick one.
The
Those
infection is
back-to-back
spreading.
14-hour days. Okay, back off. And I've had to deal with college students all day today.
So we have the assistant that knows about it. He didn't say the secretary, which kind of weird that the secretary wouldn't know what kind of work he was on. And then the Sir Adrian Malmquist or Malmquist.
All right, for Richard Case, 6 East Central. Probably also not a sir, but that's okay.
I was gonna say, if he's an assistant.
Yeah, probably not knighted.
And then the other one is 64 SE.
Yep, got that. Okay. I got lots of places of interest.
Almost gonna do this in like 4, isn't he?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't.
He
read
did
the
it in
thing.
1. He went to
Yeah.
the home and was like, he went to the restaurant and was like, yep, I know what's happening here.
He just read the newspaper.
Yep.
He just did his puzzle, and his puzzle had the answer in it.
He did
Yeah,
his
there you go.
sick move.
Moriarty put the answer in the crossword and it was Moriarty.
Yeah.
What should actually be Moriarty for once? And Mark's like, it was a joke, bro. All right, what are we thinking? I think assistant over secretary at this point.
As we have already stated, pasta.
It feels like we're on a wild goose chase.
So do you think
Right.
we should start
What
from...
if it's the brother?
The thought crossed my mind at one point, but
You think it's Cecil?
I mean, with the name like Cecil.
Yeah, could be a name
Amber?
like Cecil.
We also lost Cameron.
Cameron.
Well, I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but I think he'll be back.
Never comes back.
Aw, a joke that only he would get for that. It's funny.
Where'd he come from? Where'd he go?
Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I thought you were Joe.
What? Oh, yeah, huh. I came from Napa. What did you know? That's where I came from. I'm Cotton Eye Joe.
You weren't born in Napa.
No, I wasn't. I was born in Modesto. That still fits the rhyme. That fits the rhyme even
I'm
better.
sorry.
Yeah. Nah, no. That shit
Oh,
grew.
there he is.
Joe, are you a big Nuts fan?
I wore their jersey once.
I mean, that's something. That is certainly something.
Mark,
Mhm.
where do you think he got the jersey from?
Your dad.
Me.
Where did you get it from?
A Modesto Nuts game?
And did you go with your dad?
Shut up. Shut
Uh-huh.
up, Richard. Well, at 6 years old, I was going to drive myself, now was I?
Could've. Probably wouldn't have made it very far.
All right, so besides pasta, any places of interest that catch your interest? You think Cecil, Joe?
Alright, I'm putting...
No. I'm curious to know about the secretary and why she called out sick. Because if it is Cecil, I think that the secretary might be a link that we can establish.
Oh, you think they're in cahoots?
It's entirely
And-
possible.
A vet was a link between them.
Who?
Exactly.
I would guess the secretary didn't climb through the top window and bludgeon him to death, but she could still be
Ooh,
involved.
that's why she called in sick, because she fell and hurt herself.
Mhm.
I can
Could be.
confidently say it wasn't the guy who worked for the bank.
Okay, I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to let you finish. They get on Americans for using anything that they can to like measure weight or like even distance. Like freaking said he weighed 15 stones. How much
Yeah.
does a stone weigh?
It's like one of those little pebbles by the river. So he's actually like light as a feather.
That's why they gave him a wide desk.
I'm looking it up right now, actually.
14 pounds.
So 15.
He's about 200 pounds. He's 210 pounds.
Hey, guys.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the newspaper, just below the article that says anarchist found dead in rooms,
Which page?
back page.
Okay.
April 11th, 1880.
Okay.
So,
Anarchist.
below that.
Anarchist.
So below that, the article below that.
Everson and Co.
Break-in Wednesday night.
Gift shop reported break-in Wednesday night. The lock on the back door had been forced open. Nothing appears to have been stolen. The safe in the office had not been tampered with.
So that is in the paper, and on Tuesday had visited Evenson and Co. Gifts. 2 statues, £2, 5 shillings, paid today. So coincidence? I think not.
Yes.
Probably. But just saying, he has a little thing. Evenson and Co. There's a thing in the paper, Evenson and Co. I'm putting that as a place of interest.
I'm interested.
In my mind, I'm writing this down as a you'd be surprised, because what you should have said was nothing.
She loved E. She hated water. She
Not like
seemed
that.
Oh, Mark, one more thing. Karen
Yeah.
from my spin class bought a rice cooker.
cool. God.
What's a Karen thing to do?
Fucking Karen.
I don't even know Karen.
Karen doesn't exist, Matt. That is the
Karen is a
joke.
joke from a Mike Birbiglia sketch.
Yeah, see.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Considering we were going on about Cecil, I thought like it could have just been going on.
Yes. Anyway, all right.
Okay, so Mark, what do you think we're gonna learn at Evenson and Co?
Not sure. To be completely honest, there is a thing in his notebook that had Evenson and Co. And there just so coincidentally happened to be a break-in, which so coincidentally happens to be something that happened at his place right before he was murdered. So break-in at Evenson and Co., where he had a couple of statues, break-in at his place. I'm thinking, since he paid for those statues on March 31st of 1890, someone
Oh,
broke in
shit.
looking for those statues, then
Oh.
discovered they weren't there, and they had a ledger of who bought them, so then they went to his place to find those statues.
Yeah,
Were there
okay, yeah.
statues
As
missing,
you were
though?
saying, what we think it's
At
the
the
murder
house.
weapon.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go in to steal something and then murder someone with the thing you were there to steal it with. You'd grab something else
What
to
if
kill
you
him
were
with.
caught red-handed, and
Yeah.
that was the thing in your hand, and you're like, well, this
And
is
it's
my
a
weapon of
heavy
choice.
blunt object that
Then I'd
bashes
ask
heads
why
in.
there was paint in the room.
Because they were
Shut your
filming
face.
Dexter.
You know that all kind of checks out.
It does all check out.
Okay, Mark, yeah, you convinced me.
But what is? I still don't know what going there is gonna do for us.
That's what we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yes.
gonna
Honestly,
find
I'm
out
more on
what-
board
No,
with this
because
than the
we're
fucking
gonna find out.
secretary.
No, we're gonna find out about the
What
statues.
statues?
Yes.
What statues he had.
What
And maybe
lovely
they were-
statues.
Why,
Maybe
and
they
why
were
they're
like
so
the Russian nesting dolls or something that had a hidden compartment in them, and it's like the diamonds with the lions all over again.
Like
Oh,
diamonds,
Oh, you mean the
like
DeVry
diamonds in the rough.
Like what, Mark?
The DeVry diamonds? From, what case?
Is it case
There-
4, case 5?
Let's see, is it case 4?
That was what I brought up at the very beginning, where it was a jewel thief who was in town. I was like, what if it's gonna be something like that?
Oh, wait, hold on, time out. Yep, jewel thief, the dry diamonds. Matt said the blind diamond thing.
He died though, didn't he?
So, hold on. It's in one of these old papers. Here we
It's
go.
You're an
like
old
case
paper.
4 or 5. I don't think I streamed this
I
one, so it
think
must
it's
have
the
been 4.
first case. Well, not the first case. There is an article in the first case, though.
No,
Like the first case
because
of paper.
you and I, it kind of
Yeah,
like.
there we go. First case. DeVry diamonds never found. This month marks the first anniversary of the daring DeVry diamond theft. Scotland Yard is apparently no closer to discovering the whereabouts of the stolen gems than they were a year ago. Nat Cook, who was convicted of the crime and is now serving a sentence in Millbank Prison, persists in his claim of innocence. The manager of DeVry tested that 2 men committed the robbery and 2 men were tried, but only Cook was convicted. Jonathan Small, his co-defendant, was acquitted. The reward for the recovery of the diamonds continues to be offered by DeVry, but thus far, no one has stepped forward to claim the prize. So, Jonathan Small, his co-defendant, was acquitted on all charges. However, we know, potentially, if J. Small is a Mr. Jonathan Small, we know that he died on the 30th of March due to a hit-and-run carriage accident, and the 30th was the day before Oswald went into the other shop to get the statues. So I'm thinking this person... Did anyone see the Sherlock show, the one with the statues, and the guy was trying to recover all the statues, right? Or break them, or something? Because there was something hidden in one of them. Anybody?
Was it with Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock?
Yes, Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock. There was an episode where someone is trying to find all of these busts of Margaret Thatcher, and he keeps breaking them because something was hidden inside one of them. Turns out it was a thumb drive, and it was a lot of information that was supposed to turn people against other people and blah 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 and that. Anyway,
I remember the show. I don't remember that exact episode, but you think this is based off that?
Because I walked in on it.
I am thinking that the person who killed Jonathan Small also killed Oswald Mason.
Because he put the diamonds inside the statue?
Dude, what if he put the diamonds
That's
inside
why
the
he didn't
statue?
need to keep the statue in one piece.
He broke it on his head and took the diamonds out.
I swear to God, if this is actually what happened, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Hey,
I'm gonna lose my shit with
Do you not
iCloud.
remember at the very beginning when you were like, oh, you were not gonna have to look at any of these older newspapers or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, but what about that time where we followed the jewel thief through all his things?
Diamonds, and then it got me thinking to the old case.
I only thought about it because there was the one with the lions that I kind of like led that one. Ugh.
So, are we going to
Oh my
Even
God.
Steven Co?
It's been a full year since we got a case, and now we're going back to the first case.
Yeah, I think we go to the. I need to know now.
Yes,
I
we
don't
have
care
to.
if we're right or wrong. I need to know.
This is a rabbit hole I will die at the bottom of.
Let's do it.
I'm not dying on the top of a hill. I'm dying down the wrong hole.
Are you a hobbit?
I'm a halfling, actually.
Hobbit is a slur.
Oh.
A
They
hobbit's like my
prefer the
cousin when I
road.
have. I don't have hairy enough feet to be considered a hobbit.
I like turtles.
Okay,
Alright,
Even Steven
22
Co.
Northwest. All right.
Oh, dude, I feel like clipping that and putting some JoJo music over it, just like the train of thought jumping from each of us.
No, I want the It's Always Sunny and Dennis? No.
You mean where Charlie Day's at the white at the chalkboard?
Yes, that's what I want.
I don't know that music. I'll have to listen to it later.
There's no music. It's just him, like. It's.
Is that that meme?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
meme.
It is that meme.
Yeah.
Oh.
Need I say more?
We all know what meme you're talking about. Okay.
Alright,
I've never seen that show either.
It's pretty good.
That's all right.
All right, so 22 Northwest. Oh. Southwest. There we go. 22 Northwest.
It's like there is no clue here. What are you doing here?
We browsed around the shop for a few minutes as Mr. Rodney Stackhour, shopkeeper, concludes a sale of a small blown glass bird to a young bird-like woman. When she leaves, we introduce ourselves to Mr. Dachauer. We are looking into the murder of Mr. Oswald Mason, and we believed that he purchased one or more items shortly before he died. Can you tell us what he purchases from you? Oh yes, here it is. He says as he consults his sales records, he bought 2 reproductions of the Venus de Milo statue from Jonathan Small and So. We delivered them for him. Where were they delivered? They were shipped separately on Mr. Mason's instructions. One to Mrs. Rose Mason on 42 Tottenham Court Road, and the other to Mrs. Mabel Brown of 40 Devonshire. Those statues have certainly proved to be good sellers. I sold the remaining 3 to another gentleman Wednesday. I surely hope that I will be able to get more from the manufacturer. And who might be? Jonathan Small and Company. Thank you very much, Mr. Dachauer. You have been very helpful. Not at all.
God damn it.
So
Wait,
I
hold
think
on, hold
that
on.
was actually pretty
bought-
good because I think the guy who bought those 3 tried is like they didn't get the ones that he wanted, so he went back in, broke in, got the ledger to see who bought the other ones, and the ledger probably didn't keep where he shipped them to. Probably just got
Oh,
the
and
name.
I think this might be a typo. It said he bought the reproductions of the Venus de Milo statue from Jonathan Small and CIE, but I think that might be Bacon and CIE. Because then later on, it's Jonathan Small and Co. is the name of the company.
What does
Oh, very-
NCIE mean? Does anybody know?
CIE, that is, I'll look it up. Means company in French.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay, so Jonathan Small's a Frenchman.
Hey, if we Ocean's 12 is anything to go off of, he's probably very like acrobatic and
So
good
I
feet.
guess they could interchange Co and CIE.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm not gonna lie, the DeVry diamonds being in these statues is like looking pretty good.
I will say this: as soon as we start going down this rabbit hole or whatever, my like focus on this, it's just like skyrocketed. Like I'm actually fully into it. So, is
I'm
there-
all in for this diamond thing.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can answer the questions now. I'm confident in it.
Well, who killed him?
Dude, if it's this big of a rabbit hole, I'm actually going back to my theory that Moriarty has been on this some way somehow. I'm
But
not even joking.
Do you think Moriarty would be involved in the DeVry diamonds?
Absolutely. For a heist that big, to have
I don't know how
that much
big-
of a mastermind behind it.
I
But-
don't know how big the DeVry.
but-
DeVry
Okay, but
diamonds
hold
are.
on. Yeah, that's true. I don't know that. But let's just say they do fit into a statue. Why wait a year?
For people
I
to
guess-
forget about it.
I guess
And
that's
purchase,
true.
for the heat to cool off.
Yeah, for the heat to die down. Well, it wasn't even. It's a lot longer than a year because so it was a year from the thing on in 1880. So this was in March of 1887 that these things were stolen. And it is now 1890. So it's been 3 full years since they were stolen.
Ooh. So remember, in that paper, it said that that one person was incarcerated for it.
Yeah.
What if they just got let out?
There wasn't anything in the paper. There's no way to know that.
Actually, hold on, I have the paper pulled up. It might say how long he's in.
It didn't.
No.
Do you think it would only be a 3-year sentence?
Not for a
It's
case.
possible.
If the diamonds were that important, like if it got to Moriarty level, like they would have to be freaking expensive or important or whatever. But like,
So convicted
it
of
wouldn't be a
crime,
3-year sentence for that.
Serving a sentence, persists his claims of innocence. Nat Cook. Does the name Cook mean anything to us? Other than
Captain
other
Cook.
than
No, I actually remember the name coming up earlier. Cook T. Fowler.
In this newspaper today, there's someone hiring a cook.
Unless it says Cook is not in the directory. We only have a Failer Cook, or a T. Failer Cook, I should say, and a Cook's Billiards Room.
Nat Cook is not in the directory?
Nat Cook is not in the directory.
Okay, either
Unless he's got a
messed
different
up,
name.
or yeah, hold on, I'm gonna grab that physical directory and see if I messed up somewhere. Nope. Great.
I don't think he's related.
It's possible.
Well, do you want to go check out the prison? Like, that's the only place we could probably find him.
Okay. I'm not opposed, honestly. Because again, I'm all for this rabbit hole, man.
All right, Millbank Prison.
I'm just marking it. I'm not going there per se. All right. So what are other people's thoughts?
Can we do it
So,
per listen?
Do we? So okay. Now here's another reason we go talk to the secretary, Mabel. She was sent one of those statues.
The other one, so one was sent to his
That's
wife.
what I was
and
thinking.
one
I
was
think we
sent-
have to now.
Wait on, one was sent to his wife, and the other one was sent to his secretary, right?
No, not his wife. And when I say no, not his wife, I could very well be lying.
I think it was his wife. It was his wife. It was Rose Cobblepot Mason.
Yeah. Okay, so that is his address. And 42 Tottenham Court.
Why would he send one to his wife instead of to himself?
It is strange.
Wait,
What if the ledger did?
42?
What if the ledger did have where they were sending it, and they
Wait,
went to
did
the
you say
first one?
42 West Central was the.
I think we need to go talk to the secretary.
Oh, there we go. 42 Tottenham Street. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
This
also,
is
why would he
42
send a statue to his secretary?
Tottenham Court Road. Oh, Tottenham
Having
Court
an
Road is that
affair?
blue line. Okay, there we go.
Having an did you say he's having an affair? Because that's what I just thought.
Yeah, an affair.
Yeah, an affair. Usually you have an affair after you go to an extravaganza.
Yeah.
Gosh, man.
Jesus, get with the
As
program.
long as we go to, I'm gonna say like I was trying to think of something for con.
Yeah, no, it's too late.
An anime
And at
con.
at
Gotta go to an anime
extravaganzas, they enjoy some daiquiris. They're delicious.
Daiquiris.
It's only because I was looking at the word bakery.
Daiquiri.
Anyway,
They got lots of breed there.
yeah.
Secretary time.
All right. Secretary time. Secretary time. What's the address again?
I don't remember. I don't even remember her name.
Her name was Mabel Brown.
That's it.
42 P. Sherman Wallaby Way, Sydney.
40 Northwest. I don't think I
Okay.
ever looked that one up because I don't remember that.
I know I put it on here some. Oh, yep, it's right there. Okay, great. All right. 40 Northwest. We are met at the door of Mrs. Brown's lodgings by her landlady, Mrs. Quinn. After introducing ourselves, we inquire if Mrs. Brown is in. Yes, she is, poor dear. I've been so worried about her. She hasn't eaten in days, and she didn't go into work today. Has she been with you long? Close to 3 years. Ever since she married Sam. It must be hard on her, Sam being gone so much. He's a merchant seaman with Jardines, you know. No, we didn't know. How long have you known him? Oh my, wait. Now we didn't know. No, we didn't know. She knows.
Proud of you, Mark.
Have you known him long? Oh my, yes. Ever
Professional
since he
DM
was a
over here.
baby. His mother, Martha, God rest her soul, was my dearest friend. Sam has been like a son to me ever since Martha passed away, almost 10 years ago now. Oh, where does the time go? Here we are. This is the door to Mabel's room. Mabel, dear, there are some people here to see you about poor Mr. Mason's death. I'll be right there, comes a voice from behind the door. Seconds later, the door is opened by a young woman in her early 20s. She has flowing black hair, which emphasizes the delicate beauty of her ivory complexion. Please come in. If you need anything, dear, just ring, says Mrs. Quinn, who has already started back down the stairs. How can I help you? Asks Mabel Brown as we enter the room, and she closes the door behind us. We understand that you have heard of Mr. Mason's death. Yes, this morning. Joanna, Miss Bailey, from the office stopped by and told me the bad news. Ned, Mr. Kimball, gave her the day off and she stopped by to tell me. How do you know Mr. Mason? I've been his secretary for 3 years, ever since my graduation from Bedford. Do you know any reason why anyone would want to murder Mr. Mason? Oh no, he was such a nice man. He was so considerate. He was so considerate. Always remembering everyone's birthday. Last week he gave me a lovely little statue. At this point, the tears she has been trying to hold back begin to trickle down her cheeks. Joanna woke me this morning and told me of Mr. Mason's death. As we were talking, I turned and saw the broken Venus statue on the floor, and it struck me as so sad. With this last, she breaks into loud sobs. I am sorry. That's alright. We understand. We are sorry to have to intrude at this time, but we have to check with everyone who might shed some light on this tragedy. I want to help. Please go on. Do you know of anyone at the bank who might have wished harm on Mr. Mason or anything involving his work that would lead to his murder? No. As I said before, he was very considerate of everyone. He was well liked. His work was mainly routine and concerned primarily with the operation of bank audits. He has been involved of late with some work of the Treasury, but I know little of that. Mr. Cates might know more, but he often did work for the government agencies. No, there is nothing I can think of that would cause such a consequence. Well, thank you for your help. We hope you feel better soon. Thank you. I will ring Mrs. Quinn to show you out. We meet Mrs. Quinn downstairs, and we meet Mrs. Quinn outside the door and she leads us downstairs. I hope Mabel isn't in any trouble. No, not at all. Just routine, we assure her. She has had so many problems of late. She and Sam always fighting when he is home, and then being gone for such long periods of time. A hard life for both of them. I heard her crying last night after she came in. I should have tried to comfort her, but I was already in bed. Life is hard. Well, have a good day.
Hard. Wait, hold on. Who's Sam?
Husband.
Son of Sam. He's that serial killer.
Wow.
So, okay, hold on. So her statue is also broken.
Yes.
They didn't say how it broke, though, did they?
No. And
No.
she's been
She said she just like found it broken.
Joanna woke me this morning and told me of Mr. Mason's death. As we were talking, I turned and saw the broken Venus statue on the floor.
while she was sleeping.
Also, she worked for him for 3 years, which is how long the diamonds have been missing.
Dude, this is hella sus, bro.
Dude, this is so red.
Dude, I
Why?
am thinking that this is so chuggy. I am thinking
There you go. Not the right usage, but you got the spirit.
doesn't matter. I'm thinking that this guy was in on the jewel heist with Jonathan Small. Okay? He was the one in charge of disposing of the gems. And then, I don't know, someone worked in a ceramics factory. Or, again, he did this for Moriarty, so he gave Moriarty a gem. And then Moriarty put him in the ceramics things. Then he told them what statues they were going to be in. 3 years later, they're finally circulating. And then blah, blah, blah. Gotta buy them. Yeah. Right? Maybe?
It's like a
Why
Breaking
did-
Bad scheme, except without drugs.
But like, my one thing is, why did he buy him on Tuesday? Why did he buy two of them on Tuesday?
Maybe
And
he
then
was supposed to.
Somebody else bought the other 3.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't hold my theory of he was in on it.
Unless
didn't
he
know.
knew about it and was trying to like get away from like stealing or like. It kind of like breaks him
Okay.
when he doesn't buy all
Back
of
on
them.
the theory. He didn't know that the jewels were in there. Jonathan Small did. And Nat Cook also did.
This sounds more likely to me.
Yes.
So
They can kill
whoever killed Mr. Body killed the cook.
What
But
do
we
you
don't know
use?
who.
And where do you do it, Mark? And with what weapon? You gotta have all 3 parts of the clue.
Yeah, and then put it in the envelope.
It was the candlestick.
Are you locking in that answer?
It was a statue.
Actually, it was Mr. Green in the green room with poison. I got that right. The one time I played Clue with my family, and we never played again.
Did you just randomly guess that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was the first turn of the game. I walked into the green room, and I was like, okay, we don't really know how to play, so I'm gonna assume it was Mr. Green in the green room with poison. And my mom looks at my dad, is like, he didn't fucking get it, did he? And my dad opens up the envelope and just throws it on the table and is like, you can clean it up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, well, you know. If only I could be that good at guessing Sherlock.
Be a
I think
divination
we're getting
wizard.
close, though.
Alright,
Oh,
so
I feel like I just keep having more and more questions.
we can't see Nat
And
Cook
how many
because-
places in are we? Like 7 places in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Oh, it's not as many as I thought.
It's
Oh.
because we keep spending so much time in between places figuring out what we're gonna do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kind of like our
Who,
normal
okay,
D&D
so
sessions.
who would we talk to next?
I mean, we could talk to the wife. She was
Uh,
sent the other statue.
Wait, hold on.
I'm just saying.
You said
It's
it
gonna
was
be broken, we know that.
Stephen Co. No, it's missing actually, isn't it?
Oh, you mean Jay Small and Co.
Yes. But the other statue that was sent to his place is missing. Right?
Is it?
Because there was a
no.
break-in and
No.
his head
The
was crushed.
statue that was at the scene of the crime was broken already. That was what was found on the windowsill, and also what smashed in his face.
Yeah,
And
okay.
there was the statue he sent to Mabel, and that was the one that she said she came home to and found smashed on the ground.
What if it wasn't okay, what if it wasn't just one statue? What if, because it's the right diamonds, each
Yes.
statue
There's
has
5 statues.
Yeah, well, there's 5 diamonds. A diamond
Sure.
per statue.
I'm all for this. Either there's 5 diamonds and they're looking and they need all of the statues, or like in the Sherlock show, it's just in one of them. They don't know which one. They just know what it looks like.
Does
and
it
then
make
they
a
have to
difference which
find
one
them.
which one is correct and which one is not correct?
No.
That's fair.
Okay,
No.
then we can move on.
That's correct. Anyway, so J Small and Co. Because this sounds like we need to go there at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cameron, what are you thinking? Are we good? It's small and co.
Just reading about live ostriches, so yeah. Small and co.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Is that in the newspaper?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I thought you were like one of the guys who pulled up the duck stream on Twitch. You know, you give them 500 bits or 50 bits or whatever, and it feeds the ducks.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Hey, thanks, man.
I saw a streamer give it 10,000 bits, and it rained down for like 10 minutes. Just breadcrumbs.
How much money
Bread
is
is
that?
not good for ducks. I bet he killed some of those ducks.
Okay, it wasn't exactly
Probably.
breadcrumbs.
Like,
It was
like seeds and shit.
they had like an actual feeder, so they said it was breadcrumbs, but that's just because the streamers didn't know what it was. I'm sure it was
Okay.
good stuff.
Okay.
I think it's like $100
Good.
bucks. I think 1 bit is 1 penny.
I don't know, Cameron. You were the one who was in the pit orchestra for Oklahoma. How much is a bit?
Shut up.
I know a
Okay.
tad. I know a tad is like 50 milliseconds, isn't it?
Is it just a tad?
I know a bit is like
50 cents. I
like
think.
a joke that you make. It's like a small bit, you know, that you do on like a set, you know, kind of thing.
Well, a bit is also 1/8 of a byte.
And a bite is approximately 1/16 of my sandwich.
Okay. Now it feels relevant. I do like turtles.
You want a pamphlet?
You want a pamphlet? Don't bring Leah up.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I gotta create
that much
a
more.
graphic for Dragonborn Turtle. I gotta figure a way to put those together.
Dragonborn turtle.
Yep, I gotta
Yeah.
find a hybrid of that.
It's called a dragon turtle.
Okay,
Okay.
and then it's just gonna say, "You want a pamphlet?" And on it, it's like, "I like turtles." On the pamphlet, it's not gonna have
Please.
anything to do with
Narciss-
Bahamut.
Better. All right.
I approve this message.
So, 32 Southeast, Jonathan Small and Co. On arriving at J. Small & Co. Ceramics Factory, one of the workers directs us to Aggie Small, who, he informs us, runs the company. She is small and wiry, and moves and speaks with authority. After we introduce ourselves, she invites us into a small office cluttered with statuary, miniature reproductions of the world's great art. We are interested in obtaining some information on statues that your company manufactures. I must say, there certainly has been a lot of interest in our statues recently, specifically the Venus de Milo one.
Oh my god!
Mind blown.
I'm telling you. Anyway, words. Could you fill us in? Wednesday, a nice gentleman, he said his name was Mr. Hawkins, and that he had a shop in Southampton, came to the shop, and was so taken by them that he wanted to buy all that I had. Unfortunately, I only had 5 left in stock, all of which he purchased. He was so impressed by them that he wanted to know where he could find the rest and see if he could buy them back. I told them I was planning to make more, and if he could wait a week or so, could have gotten all he wanted. He insisted he could not wait, and I gave him the names of other buyers. Could you give us that information? Yes, there were only 2. 5 went to Evenson and Company, and 5 more went to the gift shop of the British Museum. Have these statues always been so popular? No, my husband made up 15 of them 3 years ago, but refused to sell them. Could we speak to your husband? No, he died a
He's
fortnight
dead.
ago.
Oh
We're
my
sorry to hear
god!
that. Well,
That's why she
I
sold
must say
them.
you are probably the only ones. You and the barman at the Red Boar Inn. Okay, so confirmation: Jonathan Small and his team of thieves totally stole the DeVry diamonds. Then, since he works at a ceramics factory, he was able to put them in the statues. She didn't know what they were there for, but then, when he died, she wanted to get rid of some clutter. So she decided, hey, what a better way with these statues than to make some money off them, and decided to sell them. and donate them to apparently the museum. So this guy tries to buy them back because he was also a part of that gang that she did not know about, or all this other stuff, or it's one of Moriarty's men.
What was his name? Hawkins?
Yeah.
Hawkins, Mr. Hawkins.
So do we think he killed Oswald Cobblepot?
Absolutely. I think so.
That seems
I think he
likely to
killed.
me.
Yeah, I think he killed.
We don't think it was he's working for Moriarty and someone else did it?
I mean, I think he might be working for Moriarty and killed Cobblepot.
I like that he's now officially Cobblepot.
And killed Jonathan Small.
Oh, you think Small was killed?
Yeah, his death is in the.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah.
The 30th
I
March.
have
Jonathan
no
Small
objections
agrees
to
with
any
you.
of this.
Okay.
I'm ready to move that bus.
So where do we go now?
Nowhere.
Do you think we have the?
Well, what do we think it's gonna ask?
I don't know. Well, who killed Oswald Mason? Question
Okay.
1. Why is probably question 2, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and then it'll be what was in the statue.
DeVry Diamonds.
There'll probably be a question about what the what his special duty at the Bank of England was, like what he was supposed to be investigating,
Mm-hmm.
which we don't know.
No, we did when we saw the governor.
No, we said it was bank business, but he didn't. I don't think he specified exactly what the
It
nature
was the relationship between the government and bank.
that literally
Like-
means nothing.
Interest, I think. Interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yada yada money talk. That's all we heard really. Was
Yeah.
red line. Like we have called a couple of quite a few of the actual clues.
Oh. Okay.
What was that?
So, I'm trying to pull out a nose hair because it's being really annoying. That's just good.
Hot.
Why am I the one with the camera on?
I don't know, Matt, because you didn't ask us to.
I'm joking. So I'd love to see Mark trying to pull a nose hair on camera.
No, you would not.
Yeah, you're completely right. I would not.
You don't know what his viewers want.
I
there you
I
go.
do not have an OnlyFans.
Not yet.
That is a very good point.
We can fix that.
That is
I can
awesome.
fix that.
Goulet Hill can fix that.
Mark got it.
Okay, so
That's what I was.
who do we think killed him, Mark?
I think that it was Mr. Hawkins, whoever that guy is.
Sadie Hawkins.
All right, go into the directory.
And wouldn't you know it, there's no one by the name of Hawkins.
Would it be interesting?
Yes, there's
if-
one.
Yeah.
L. Hawkins,
Why'd you have
11
L
SE.
Hawkins? We don't even have a first name?
No.
L?
Okay, I've got a
I
quick question.
absolutely think it's Hawkins, because we
What
couldn't
if we
find
go
it.
to like a murderer's house and then it's just like you're shot in the face, game over?
There's like
Or
a
is
whole
it-
bunch
That
of
would be fucking crazy.
The next mission, you're like, your name is no longer Johnny, it's Trevor.
You played as a new character. Roll the new character sheet.
Right?
Wiggins is dead.
Oh boy.
You now play as Sherlock Holmes with a fucking fury. And a boner for murder.
Oh.
Okay.
Matt, and that's where we stop.
Yeah, instead of Wiggins, we get Watson to come with us.
Wait, what is the gift shop in the museum called?
The gift shop in the museum.
Okay, because there's a thing about Evanson and Co. gift shop reporting a break-in.
That's what it is. Because that's where
No.
Yeah,
Evanston
Evans,
and Co.
Evanston
isn't
and Co.
Yeah, but they received 5, and then the other 5 went to the British Museum gift shop.
Yeah, we already checked out that gift shop, Cameron.
Did we? That might have been when my computer rebooted and I was off Discord for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Was that the one saying about how it had a forced lock and then there's nothing, nothing was taken, nothing was tampered with?
Yeah, so then we went to
Yeah.
Evanston and Co. and then discovered that they had sent 2 of the statues as per Oswald's request. 1 to Mabel Brown, the secretary, and then 1 to the wife.
Okay,
On
that's where
different
we
days.
found out they had. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so do we think that we are ready for the questions? Do we think that we need to go anywhere else?
I think we're ready. Unless we want to go to Hawkins and be like, hey, we know you fucking done it.
I don't think it's that Hawkins. I think Hawkins is just an alias.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially if it is related to Moriarty, I doubt that
Do we want to go to
person would just be
Porky?
like, "Here's my real name."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could... Not Porky, you mean Porlock?
Yes. I couldn't remember his full name, and I just remember somebody making a joke about it.
Yeah. Fred Porlock
Porky's a
is
different
our... Yeah. Fred Porlock is the informant we have with Moriarty. Or on Moriarty, I guess.
How many places have we been to now? 6?
6...
Well,
1,
Porky
2, 3,
Shinwell
4,
is
5.
the source of information on all illegal affairs and underworld figures.
Yes,
He has never been
is-
helpful. I don't think. I think we've gone to him like 3 times, and it's
Yeah, but it
always
also
disappointing.
hasn't been Moriarty yet.
No,
Well,
that
no,
is
that's
not
Porlock.
true. It
That's a
was
different guy.
Moriarty once,
It was?
wasn't it?
I
Do we
remember
have
him
reason to think?
I thought that was a
this is-
case that we did together. There was one
Would
case
you?
where we went to Porlock.
I think there
Thanks for the
was...
spoilers, bro.
No, wasn't
No,
there
we
a
already-
case that we did?
I feel like... Actually, no, I think you're right. We did actually have... Because I remember in the
And
newspaper
there was the
like something...
carriage
Oh.
with the horse and the...
Was it the diamond... Wait, was that the Lions one?
No. No.
Was
Was that?
it
No.
the one where they were like digging across the street from the bank
Yes.
or whatever?
Yes,
that
yes,
one.
yes.
Yeah. Because... Yeah, and everything he gives to you, since he works at a toy shop, is all symbols. Or it is, yeah, symbolism. Or a metaphor, or whatever. I don't know.
No, you know who I think we should talk to about this?
Nobody.
Mycroft.
Why?
Because it relates to the government.
Yeah, but
Right, so
not...
Extremely
questions?
loosely.
Yeah.
I'm not serious.
Okay.
Hold on loosely.
Alright, so Joe said he thinks that we are pretty much good for the questions.
I think we've gotten all we got, or all we're gonna get.
I am more confident than I should be.
I feel like there's a subplot to this that we are not getting,
That is often the case.
because that's usually the bonus. Either we're getting the bonus questions, or we're getting the main questions. But I don't think we're getting both.
I would
I
agree
think-
with that statement.
Whether he was boning the secretary or not is probably a bonus question.
Maybe.
I would answer no,
No,
to
because
that.
it would have said something when we saw her.
She would have, yeah, she would have dropped something that we would all.
But
been
why did he send her a statue?
for her birthday?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Alright.
do you guys want to go to Porlock or no? You want to just go straight to the questions? Are we confident?
Well, he leaves coded information, so really, it's gonna be like, what's he gonna leave, a diamond, or like a fake diamond, a glass bead?
I mean, I don't know.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean,
he's
that's
like-
very possible.
And that's just the hint to go back and see, like,
Okay,
oh,
well, hold
was
on.
it right
Well,
diamond?
let's think of it this way: if we go to him and he gives us nothing, then we're kind of back to square one of okay, now we have to go figure out why he gave us nothing, and now we've
Not
wasted time.
necessarily. Not necessarily. I think that just means that Jonathan Small and his crew still did it. It just means that they were not working for Moriarty.
Yeah, so really, it's just going to confirm whether or not Moriarty was involved.
I guess
in this
that's
or
fair.
not.
I guess that's fair. Okay, yeah, we don't need to. We don't need to.
Okay,
And
unless not.
Sherlock will just tell us if Moriarty's involved or not. You know, we can always check after we get all the answers and everything. Like, we can just be like, I'm curious, what was Porlock going to give us? No, we never go back and ask these questions.
Not
after the
allowed.
fact. Is it actually not allowed, Mark?
Not allowed.
What?
Like, after we've gotten everything and we've already gotten our score and everything, could we just, like, what would Porlock have given us and just go read that?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Not allowed.
Because we never do that, and sometimes I'm like, oh, that might have been interesting.
Cheating.
Yeah.
I think I did that one. I think on the case that I did with you alone, when you were catching me up the first one, and I went down that massive rabbit hole. You actually did just like read off what Holmes went to, because I never went to the same places. All right, let's answer the questions.
Question time?
Yeah. It was the one with the actor.
The Napoleon one.
Yeah, excited.
All right, here we go. Question 1. Who killed Oswald Mason?
Hawkins.
Yes, Hawkins.
Real name unknown.
Why?
For
The
the
Rise Diamond.
There's diamonds in the statue.
in the statue. The diamonds in the statue.
Diamonds
I
in
like
the
to imagine
sky.
this
Wait.
here, like, for the diamonds in the stat. Yeah, diamonds in the statue. Diamonds
The
in the
why was because he was breaking in to break the statue and was caught red-handed, and so you attacked him.
That's very specific. So
I like something a little more vague that we can manipulate later to our advantage.
yes.
Question
Joe.
3. What did the DeVry... Jesus. What did the Venus de Milo reproductions contain?
I don't
Diamonds
know,
and
Mark. What do you
diamonds.
think it contained?
Yep, you know me.
A flash drive of information.
Question
Yes,
4. Who
flash drive.
stole the 5 sisters?
Oh, those are the statues.
Yeah.
That's
Sam.
the only thing I can think of. No, Sam is the husband of
Hawkins.
secretary.
Yeah, but he's out all the time.
Yeah, he's stooping somebody else's wife.
What? No. What if he's the one who broke that statue that was sent to her, and found a diamond in it and went around for the other ones?
It's a stretch.
Because that just happened last night.
Oh yeah.
So then
It's
is it
very
Hawkins?
possible that he broke that one out of anger. Was just like, she received a gift from some, floozy.
My hussy of a wife, why I oughta
Okay.
Why do you
Exactly.
become a Dalek?
replicate.
Anyway,
I don't think it was
Um,
Sam. I think you're right. It was out of anger.
I think it was Hawkins.
I think it was
Yeah, it's
Hawkins.
Hawkins for sure.
Yeah.
Who was the murderer's accomplice?
Oh,
I'm
the
thinking
other
Jonathan
guy
Small.
with the diamonds.
Right? Jonathan Small?
Yeah.
The guy who died?
Yeah, small.
Yeah.
I still think it was the Son of Sam character, but all right.
So
Bonus
that was
questions.
the first set of questions. Question 6. So part 2. Who was responsible for the shortage of funds at Bacon and Co?
The assistant.
Yes.
So, Richard Cates?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because do we have
Sure.
any other?
Why not? I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Because fuck that guy. We didn't even talk to him.
Fuck that guy.
He's such an asshole.
That guy in particular.
Exactly.
Part 2, so question 7. What is the distinctive sign of murders ordered by Moriarty? That's
Broken statue.
No, the Roman coins.
It's a good thing someone here knows their lore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you go back and read the description of the crime scene again, Mark?
Is it Roman coins or Greek coins?
Roman.
I think
Just
it's
say
Roman.
Greco-Roman coins and you're covered.
No. Were they denarii? To be sure about
Was
this.
it Denari?
Right.
I
Question,
appreciate the reference.
Question 8.
What reference?
What was found in the body of Jonathan Small?
What?
We
In the body?
Did he swallow some diamonds or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna say diamonds.
yeah, it was probably a DeVry diamond.
I'm guessing confession note.
Oh, maybe.
In the body?
I don't know.
In
This is
Jonathan
just a
Smalls?
guess. That. Like, if you guys want to guess diamonds, I'm guessing confession note, but
Mark's gonna
will-
I have my own score for this. I'm gonna be beating you guys because I did these like years
Yeah.
ago, and I kind of have a small reminder in my back of my head about this. So.
If I did this one years ago, I don't remember. All right.
You think
So
confession
please-
note?
Please. Oh, well, if we're still talking about that, I think confession note, but diamonds are a likely answer.
Walk
what
me
it,
through
like-
your reasoning for confession note.
Devil's advocate.
That's a shitty reason, Mark, and you know it.
Yeah, but it is a reason, and that's all that matters.
So why do
No,
you think it's
no.
that over diamonds? Just because it's different than diamonds, and
I
diamonds
just
is
think
already.
the diamonds are already in the statues, so
So you
I don't
think
think
it's
the
too
diamonds are
obvious?
in him. So then what's in the statues if the diamonds are inside of him?
Mark,
I'm saying he
Mark,
got
I
hit
have a
with the
better question.
statue,
Hold
and
on.
it was got put
What's
into
in the
him.
box?
With Paltrow's head.
I think so. He got hit with the statue, and it broke. And like the diamond went into him at that point, got embedded into him.
No, this
Or
is
he was
Jonathan
killed by a hit
Smalls,
and
not
run.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oh.
Anyway, yes, Cameron?
I was just say I have been influenced because I've watched 911 on Hulu, and there was an episode where a guy stole from a bank and he swallowed the diamonds, and then he smuggled them out. Through
That's
his
kind of
butt.
what I was thinking. Maybe he tried to swallow the diamonds and died.
All right, so we're back to the diamonds thing instead of the confession note. I thought Cameron's about to say, I think it is a
I'm
confession.
still leaning confession note, but if you guys are leaning diamonds, we can go with diamonds.
I'll lean with confession. No, Mark tends to have a brain for these sort of
He is
things.
very good at board games,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think diamond.
All right, I'm gonna.
I just have no idea why, like, what indication there is that this guy would write a confession note or confess in the first place.
You said it was Smalls who died. What was he doing again?
Jonathan Smalls died of a hit
Yeah.
and run.
This is the one that was like a while ago, though, right?
Like a few
A
days ago.
fortnight ago.
Okay, here's my thought. There was some kind of double crossing happened, right? And he got the diamonds somehow and told them they were going to be in the statues. Swallowed the diamonds, was trying to leave. And then he died accidentally. And then the guy went out looking for the diamonds in the statues, but they weren't in the statues.
That's why he was breaking them all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're selling diamonds.
I'm still on diamonds, yeah.
All right.
Well, it sounds like by vote diamonds. It is. So there you go.
Yeah, I feel like now I'm thinking about it. I feel like diamonds is too obvious of an answer, but
God damn it, man.
no, just because like that's.
No, I don't want to hear it.
I feel like this is
I
one
don't
of the
want to hear
questions.
it.
I feel like this is the question that if you didn't go to the coroner's office or whatever, you're not gonna get it.
Probably.
So they wouldn't
Yeah.
make it like an obvious answer. It'd be like you have to go to this one specific location to get it.
Okay, I'm calling it Trebek's pamphlet. It's in his mouth.
There you go.
I think actually Mark's right with a confession or like some type of note.
I'll remember this betrayal.
All right.
It is also midnight here, so I'm kind of tired.
All right. So it does say, please read chapter 37 SE, Waterloo Station, before proceeding to the solution. So
Interesting.
I am going to do that.
Does anybody have any indication we were supposed to go to Waterloo?
No, none.
Well, there was the guy releasing his book who was in the like Waterloo raffle case
Is that in the newspaper too?
in the newspaper. Yeah, he's releasing his book North Star or something, Polar Star.
Oh, new books and editions.
All right. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm reading the newspaper real quick.
I'm ready.
The Shakespeare thing. I don't know where you did that. Yeah, let's go for it. Go on.
Constable Parks is standing at the entrance to the station. He recognizes us as we get out of our hansom. You're a little late, mates. Just missed all the excitement. Mr. Holmes and Inspector Lestrade just left with two reluctant companions. A young man and woman, they were. And what a howl that woman put up. She was sure upset, she was. The young man tried to make a run for it, but only got as far as the waiting arms of Dr. Watson.
You give him a hug.
Was I supposed to read the answers first?
No, it said read the station for go to the station.
So the solution is like a specific section, but there is like another note that gives me like the actual just the answers to the questions. So I'm curious if I was supposed to read those before doing that. Okay.
No, it's too late
Now
now.
my confidence is significantly lower. All right, question 1. Who killed Oswald the Denswald?
Hawkins.
Errol Hawk.
Ends.
Great.
I'm assuming his name, like that was his alias, is Hawkins.
Probably.
Yeah.
Count
It's
it.
kind of a shitty alias, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. But, it is a Sherlock game, so, it has to be kind of...
Mhm.
You have to put it together. It can't be like...
My name is
completely
Mike
busted.
Hawk.
Yeah. All right. So
I am
that
going
was-
to soundbite that.
That was 20 points. Question 2. Why?
The
Looking
variety
for the diamonds.
Oh, Matt's more elaborate answer. He surprised Mason while attempting to steal this Venus statue.
Boom!
Oh, there you go. We knew it.
Yeah,
20
I might...
points. Question 3. What did the Venus de Milo reproductions contain?
The DeVry diamonds.
Diamonds!
Precious jewels stolen from the jeweler de Vry. 20 points. Who stole the 5 sisters?
Well, we said it was Hawkins, right? The same guy that
Yeah.
murdered Oswald Cobblepot.
Mr. Hawk, yeah.
Nat
Mike
Cook
Hawk.
and Jonathan Small.
Oh, well.
Isn't
that's
that Cook in
20 points.
prison?
We should have went to the prison.
Wait, what if the DeVry diamonds are actually called the 5 sisters?
That is a very good point. There could be an article in the paper somewhere, and we missed it.
Because, they just said it was the jeweler's DeVry, not, the actual name of
Jeweler
it.
de Vry.
Yeah, whatever. So, what if that was just, the set was the 5 sisters?
Sure. Makes sense.
Okay,
Could've been.
that's another place we're going to check out afterwards. Because you did say that, actually, Mark, earlier. You didn't say it as one of the answers, though, that you thought it was Nat Cook and Jonathan Small.
I just thought it would be a good idea to visit Nat Cook, and if she was still in prison, then go there. But then I started thinking that maybe she got out of prison, and that's why all this shit started happening. Anyway, question 5. Who was the murderer's accomplice?
Nat Cook.
Violet Blue.
Wait, isn't that the performer in the newspaper? Like the
It
singer?
is the performer in the newspaper.
What the? How the fuck were we supposed to make that connection?
I can't
So-
wait to hear how Sherlock did this in
Yeah.
2
Oxford
places.
Music Hall, Miss Violet Blue sings her heart out on the brightest new songs of the year throughout the month. Admission from 1 shilling. So in the personal section, Errol, welcome home, Violet. That's it.
Great.
All right.
How am I doing this?
All right, bonus question times, right?
Yeah.
So wait, we got 4 of the or 3.
Did we get 3? We got question 2 and question 3.
What about question 1?
Who killed Oswald Mason?
Yeah, we said Hawkins.
We said Hawkins.
Yeah.
Are you
I
gonna
gave
give
the
us
alias, not the
Hawkins?
name. I don't know if that counts.
Okay, we're gonna give
Yeah.
half credit for that.
fine?
2.5.
2.5?
Mark's saying fine, like he's not also part of this team.
We got 2.5 questions right.
Actually, we could just say fuck it. We knew everything, and then just
Win.
Good job, team.
Yeah, there
Damn,
you
I
go.
call it submission.
Nice.
All right.
We're
Who
so good at this.
was responsible for the shortage of funds at Bacon and Co?
The
The
assistant.
assistant.
Michael Essex and Mitchell York, director
Well,
Yeah, half of
of
that.
Bacon and Co.
Totally
Yeah,
got that.
half.
one.
Half points.
What do you mean we got half points?
The
The
assistant.
assistant.
But
That
neither
wasn't
of
the
them were the assistant.
No.
It was like Kramer or
Yeah,
something like
It
that.
was Richard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
my bad.
Michael Essex and Mitchell York were directors of Bacon and Co. So they were embezzling or something.
They were embezzling their own place.
I guess.
You
I
can
don't
do
know.
that.
Yeah, you can.
Question 7. What is the distinctive sign of murders ordered by Moriarty?
Denari. Roman
A
coin.
Roman coin is found on the victims. Good
There you
point.
go.
Oh, that was inside the
On
guy.
Body.
the victims.
Oh.
On the victims.
Oh, okay.
What
Oh, they
was
put it, like, on
found
their-
in the body of Jonathan Small?
Diamonds.
Traces of arsenic, probably administered by his wife.
Fucking hell, man.
Well,
Okay,
that's
so
bullshit.
not even
All right.
close.
So, tally your score, add the points, compare the number of leads you followed.
A
Holmes
lot.
went to 7 leads in this case.
Woo! That's a
That's
lot.
a lot for Holmes.
We
For a
went
guy
to...
who was just doing a puzzle the
7
entire
as
time.
well.
No.
We only went to 7?
We went to 6.
So we were probably supposed to go to like a dozen.
Like the prison.
Oh my god, Mark, get over it.
No, we went to... we went to 6. So we went to the scene of the crime, then we went to the bank, then we went to the governor, then we went to Evenson and Co., then we went to the secretary, and then we went to J. Small and Co. Did I leave out anything?
I
Should
don't
have
think
seen
so.
Porgy and that other dude. What's his name?
Warlock?
Yeah, that guy.
Porky, I
Alright.
was joking about, but Porlock, yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure we only went to 6. So
Yeah.
if Holmes went to 7, we clearly missed out on a lot of stuff. So
Well, yeah.
here we go.
That's the most
we
he's ever
go.
gone to for us, so like...
We go in the car.
Oh, we also went to Waterloo, but it told us to do that. Do we count that?
No.
Okay.
It specifically says don't count that.
Specifically.
Oh, they just captured Nat Cook and somebody else, didn't they?
No, I think he captured Errol Hawk and Violet Blue.
Oh, yeah. That's probably it.
Well, here are our friends now, Lestrade, says Holmes, as he and Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard stand flanking Errol Hawk and Violet Blue just in front of the barrier at Waterloo Station. It was a pretty problem, as my instincts told me this morning. Hawk, here for all his personal fastidiousness, was a most untidy thief and a brutal murderer. Errol Hawk succumbed to the lure of the DeVry diamonds from the first moment that his cellmate at Millbank Prison, Nat Cook, told him of their whereabouts. Desperate that the death of Jonathan Small, his partner in the 1887 diamond theft, would lead to the dispersal or destruction of the Venus statues, Cook found himself forced to take on a new partner. Just 2 days after Small's death, Hawk was released from prison, where he had been serving 2 years for the burglary of a lady's jewelry box. He made straight for the home of Miss Violet Blue, having reassured himself of her devotion. He set about laying his plans. The next day he went to J. Small & Co. to claim the prize, only to find that but 5 of the original 15 statues remained. He purchased them, and, posing as a Southampton dealer in art objets d'art French. He learned from Mrs. Small where the other statues have been sold, as a precaution lest the bundles he now carried did not contain the treasure. He took them to Violet's rooms, where together they broke them into pieces, in vain. Errol then plunged into devising a scheme of tracking down the others. The next morning, continues Holmes, drawing on his disreputable Blackbriar, Hawk went to Evenson and Company gift shop, where he purchased the 3 Venuses still in stock and learned that the other 2 had been sold. Unable to convince the manager of the shop to reveal the names of the purchasers, he resolved to get his information by reverting to his old trade of burglary. He entered the shop that night and took down the names and addresses of Mrs. Oswald Mason and Mrs. Mabel Brown from the shop shipping register. Having spent the entire day plotting his actions, Hawk arrived at the Mason home in a state of considerable agitation. He entered through the upstairs bedroom window into a house he thought was deserted. Until he saw the light in the study, he approached the door in much the way Mrs. Mason did upon her return. He saw Oswald Mason with his back to the door and the counterfeit Venus on the table in the far corner only a few steps away. At this point, Mr. Mason became aware of Hawk's presence, and a fight ensued that ended in Mason's death. After Hawk made sure that Mason was not going to give him any more trouble, he went to the corner table, grabbed the Venus, and smashed it upon the floor. As he was sifting through the rubble of the broken statue, he heard the sound of the front door latch opening. Seeing that the diamonds were not in Mason's Venus, he saw no reason to prolong his stay. He opened the window, threw open the shutters, and slipped out, making his escape somewhat more noisily than was comfortable. Inspector Lestrade beams when Holmes adds, "It thus would appear that Scotland Yard was correct in its conclusion that the killer had been surprised by Mrs. Mason's return." Lestrade mumbles something to himself, however, as Holmes continues. Unfortunately, they miss the obvious fact that it was only the Venus for which the burglar had come. With one murder done that evening, Hawk was not ready to let anything stand in the way of success, and had made for Mrs. Brown's house. He climbed to the roof, and, in the pattern of entry which had made him such a spectacular menace to the fortunes of wealthy matrons before his arrest, he gained access through a second-story window. Mercifully, he found no one at home, and descending the stairs, he located Mabel Brown's facsimile of the Venus de Milo. Not wanting to be seen on the street at night carrying the thing, he smashed it there. Again, he had been foiled. One can only imagine the fury lacking in remorse which filled his heart at that moment. Holmes interrupts his narrative and casts a contemptuous glance at the now downcast Hawk, slumped against Lestrade beside the sobbing Mrs. Blue. As soon as the museum shop opened, Hawk was there and purchased the 4 pieces on the shelves, and also learned the ominous fact that the 5th Venus de Milo had been sold only the day before. Hardly had he arrived back at Violet Blue's flat, but they were both tearing away at the wrapping and adding the statues one by one to the pile of plaster rubble by the grate. The diamonds, as you no doubt surmised, were in the second of 4 museum copies. Once in possession of the stones, the 2 hurriedly completed the packing of their bags and then sped for Waterloo in the hope of a boat train and freedom on the continent. Okay. Holmes solved this case by the following 7 leads. Mason Home, 42 West Central. Bank of England, 23 East Central. Mabel Brown, 40 Northwest. Evenson & Co. Gift Shop, 22 Northwest. J. Small & Co., 32 Southeast. Millbank Prison, 23 Southwest. And Violet Blue, 49 East Central. He also used the following articles from the newspaper. Deaths, 11 April 1890. Personal, Errol and Miscellaneous. Oxford Music Hall, 11 April 1890. J. Small & Co. Ceramics, 11 April 1890. Evenson & Co. Gift Shop, 11 April 1890. DeVry Diamond Never Found, 12th March 1888.
Okay, so
He really likes his newspapers.
we went to 5 of the locations he went to.
So I bet if we go to the other 2, like right now, we're going to learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's go to the prison.
You want to go there first?
Wait, how many points did we get?
So if we're going half credit on question 1, full points on 2 and 3, so that's 50 plus 10 points for the Roman coin. So we got 60,
Rough.
and
we
went to
one
less places than Holmes.
So do we get any bonus for that?
No. No, there is not.
No, I would not.
All right. So,
No.
Millbank
Not all
Prison, 23 Southwest.
So that's a D then? We got a D?
Yeah.
Got 60 points.
He's nuts. Got him.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, 23 Southwest. Andrew Devine, the warden of Millbank Prison, re-enters his office where he had asked us to wait. I am sorry to keep you waiting. I notified Nat Cook that you wished to see him, but he informed me that he doesn't wish to see anyone. You understand that I cannot force him to see you. Is there anything that I can help you with? What can you tell us about him? What type of prisoner is he? He hasn't given us any trouble, but he hasn't gone out of his way to be cooperative. As you may know, the diamonds from the DeVry robbery have never been recovered, and Cook shows no indication of telling us their whereabouts. I dare say it must make prison life much easier knowing that there are 100,000 pounds worth of diamonds waiting for you when you get out. He keeps pretty much to himself. The only confidant he seems to have acquired was his cellmate, Errol Hawk. Hawk was released Monday, and we are now thinking of planting one of our men as Cook's new cellmate, hoping he will be able to gain his confidence and learn the whereabouts of those gems. But to be perfectly frank with you, we are no closer to finding the diamonds or Cook's accomplices. I'm afraid, gentlemen, that's all I can tell you.
Well, all right then.
Okay, so that's where we would have made the Hawkins connection.
That's where we would have made Errol Hawk, and then based on Errol Hawk from that clue and Errol in the newspaper, you have to deduce Errol, welcome home, Violet. Violet is spelled the same way as Violet in the Oxford Music Hall listing. So then you go talk to Violet Blue because she's welcoming him home because she's happy that he's out of prison. So Violet Blue, address anybody?
Didn't remember it.
At
Sorry, I'm looking at the newspaper. I'll get to it. VIOL 49 EC.
Thank you. Alfie Kent, the doorman, informs us that Violet Blue does have rooms there, but is not in at the present. Bob convinces Alfie to show us Violet's rooms. As we enter Violet Blue's rooms, we are immediately struck by the mayhem that surrounds us. Near the fireplace grate lie the shattered remains of at least 10 Venus de Milos. On a nearby table are 2 wrapped packages bearing the label of the British Museum. Reveal another pair of Venus statues. A check of the bedroom shows dresser drawers open and empty. The wardrobe had been stripped of its contents. The remaining 3 odd shoes and faded housecoat are the only indicators of the parted occupant's feminine gender. If it's Miss Violet you be wantin', I might be able to help you out, mates. Another bob to Alfie, and his tongue begins to wag. Miss Violet left about 20 minutes ago, in the company of a young gent. Quite a hurry they was in. I'd say maybe trying to catch a train. I was putting their luggage in a 4-wheeler, and I hears the young man tell the cabby to take him to Waterloo Station. Thanks, Alfie. Much obliged. Okay, so we could, from that, we could have got to Waterloo ourselves.
Oh, well.
Not that we needed to, but...
Okay, what was the thing about Moriarty? Like, if you didn't know the lore, Mark, how are we supposed to get that?
You don't?
I'm curious to know what we would have gone if we would have gone to that.
Gone to the
informant.
coroner or something?
Wasn't that from another case?
Maybe.
The case that Moriarty was actually involved in? Wasn't there a Roman coin found near the body?
Probably.
I don't know.
Isn't there a coroner, though? Like in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
You
didn't
wanna
go to
go-
the corner.
You want to go to the corner just to see what the corner
I want to
says?
go to the corner in Portalock.
Okay, so 38 West Central, I believe, is the corner.
Yep. And then 18 Northwest.
Wait, 38 West Central is the
Oh, East
coroner?
Central.
East Central. Okay.
Well, there's
Okay.
also, if we're talking about substances, Murray, the criminologist.
H.R. Murray, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first, let's go to 38
Usually
AC.
try staying
So,
away from HR, but sometimes they're good.
yeah,
Ah!
Jasper meets.
Fuck, who's that?
That was me laughing.
Sir Jasper looks up from the report he is writing as we enter. Hello, come in. If you keep company with Holmes much longer, I think you'll soon know more about criminology than I do. How can I help? We're investigating the death of Mr. Oswald. Have you done the autopsy, Doctor? Yes, I did it first thing this morning. I was just finishing the report. Let's see. The body of Oswald Mason arrived at the hospital at midnight, 11th April. The deceased was in his early 40s in good health before he was killed. Death was caused by a blow to the side of the head by a heavy blunt object. Death probably occurred in a matter of a very few minutes. Blood found on his knuckles and under his fingernails was a different blood type than his own. Sir Jasper lays the paper aside and looks up. Nothing very exciting or informative, I'm afraid. Thanks anyway. Anytime. Good luck.
So he didn't
Okay.
find a coin.
So now let's go to Murray. What is Murray?
22 Southwest.
Thank you.
This is only about substances, so this might tell us about unless we were supposed to remember about the old case.
We find Dr. H.R. Murray in his laboratory as usual, his white hair wisping wildly about his face. What case are you young sleuths working on today? The Oswald Mason murder. Do you have anything to help us? Mason, number 662. Looks like your Mr. Mason was killed by the man with the broken nose. The man with the broken nose? You mean you know who is the murderer? No, not the murderer, the murder weapon. With this, old Murray picks up a marble statue with a cracked head, more obvious than a broken nose. This is a copy of very early Rodin, the man with the broken nose, sculpted in 1864. You can see here the bloodstain. I understand that this is one of two statues on the fireplace mantel. Apparently, the intruder grabbed one and killed Mason in the struggle. Not much else I can tell you. Well, thanks anyway.
Wow, he was useless too.
I thought he was going to tell us about the poison on the other guy.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah, how are we supposed to know that?
Was that part of an old case?
The poison
Yeah,
or the Roman coin?
the poison.
I don't remember.
I think that's what I think that's what it was. I think it was part of the old case, and it's supposed to connect back to that. Unless it was in the newspaper.
Maybe.
But would they put about
Anyway, what was the other clue that you wanted to go to?
Porlock? I wanted to know what
Porlock.
kind of toy we're gonna get from 18 Northwest.
We ask Sam Parsons if there's any messages for us today. Odd it was, he says. You know who came in yesterday, looked around for a while, and then left without leaving a message. He was acting nervous. I think he was being followed, so nothing today.
Wait on. He said, you know who came into the shop yesterday? Just being
Voldemort?
followed. And it was being followed?
He said.
What would Moriarty be afraid of? Why would he be nervous?
Maybe he was talking about Porlock.
Yeah, Porlock was being followed.
Oh, okay.
So, is there any? Because if there was anything else, like as far as Jonathan Small being poisoned, and it would have been like in the synopsis when it said Holmes went to these clues and used these articles.
But Holmes doesn't always get the extras.
Oh, you're right. Dang it.
It's true.
Usually that's supposed to make up for us going to extra places.
So Jonathan Small being poisoned.
Somerset's house, 17 West Central. Records of births, deaths, marriages, and wills.
It said 22 West Central.
17 West Central. I don't know where I said 22.
I think I was just thinking of something else. We finally find the door marked Audit Office and enter. Wiggins at last gains the attention of the harried clerk. Excuse me, we're assisting Scotland Yard in a murder investigation and are interested in a government audit. Can you help us? What year? This year. Now. The Bacon and Company audit. Oh, we can't discuss that particular audit, I'm afraid. You will have to talk to Sir Adrian Malmquist himself at the Treasury, but I don't know if he will talk to you or not.
Yeah, so we already knew that guy. We didn't go talk to him though.
He did not, but I don't think it. Again,
That seems like a bad rabbit hole considering it's all about the diamonds.
Roy Slade's extravaganza. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like looking back through the newspaper, seeing if I can find anything on Man Dead Found at Elephant and Theater Castle. Murder. Society burglar still at large. That was a thing.
Didn't we catch that one or at least say who it was?
JM, to all concerned, he cast down the pieces of silver and went and hanged himself. Matthew 27:5.
I'm not that old yet.
Yeah, no, we did. So-called society burglars. I think that was the. What was that one? I don't even remember. Oh, society burglar to all these, yeah, all those things. Diamond bracelet, blah 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 blah. Oldenburg jewels stolen, stuff, things. Was there an article, man died on Thames or body found on Thames? Isn't that an article in one of these papers?
Yeah. I
Beauty
think that's
slain.
so.
More like body found.
You remember what paper?
No, it was
I
like
think it was one of the early ones.
Yeah, it was. It was like the third one, second or third one.
Okay. Accident on the docks, Barry O'Neill, blah blah
It's
blah,
hot
Mr.
in
Slade. Daring daylight robbery, RS Garage. Pierre Martin, suspected intentional jewel thief, floating on the Thames. He had apparently been strangled to death, blah blah blah, thrown in the Thames. Yeah. The Fry diamond is never found. Jonathan Small. Something Waterloo Tontine, Princess Theater. It was the guy who was playing Napoleon. Anyway. Yeah, we did not do
We did not do so hot on this one. We thought we were
Oh.
some pretty hot shit, and then
You know, we got along the right path, but we also
did.
were. I think the big issue was like
we were
usually.
too confident.
Yeah.
No, I think the opposite happened. I think we were too unsure about like if we are going down the wrong path, so we got down like, you know what, I think we got it, but like we're really still unsure because we already went to 6 places, and Sherlock usually only goes to like 4.
4. Yeah.
And so the fact that we were already at 6, I think we played the game too much. Like we got too meta about it.
Maybe.
Like
I would
you
just like
wanted to go to the prison.
remind- I
But
did.
like I don't think we would have gotten Violet out of that though.
Probably not. I don't think I would have made that connection.
Like I'm gonna go back to the newspaper. So and it says in the personals is where they.
Yeah, so front page, bottom half, left side. Carol, welcome home. Violet. And then bottom middle,
Yeah, I
front
see them
page,
both. Yeah.
Oxford Music Hall, Miss Violet Blue, blah, 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 blah. So, like, if you're supposed to assume, like, from Errol, welcome home, Violet, to Oxford Music Hall Miss Violet Blue because the Violet is spelt the same. Welcome to Sherlock, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Violet typically isn't spelt that way, so, or at least not that I've ever seen it.
Yeah, when you said violet blue, I was like, oh, purple blue. Look at that. Not.
Ha.
I will say it's probably because I wasn't reading the newspaper so heavily at the beginning. Cameron, that's your job. You read the newspaper the most.
That's not true. I didn't even have the newspaper working for half the session.
Yeah, then you went really through it. You were reading about like what was it, llamas or something?
Yep, that's it. Llamas.
Llamas with hats.
You get me? Oh boy.
What? Somebody's doubling up. We lost Mark.
Can you hear me now?
Found him.
Yes.
Great.
Your audio changed.
It did. I am using my AirPods because I'm going to go hang my laundry.
Nice.
I don't know. I still thought we did okay.
Yeah.
60 points, not too great, but as far as
It's not it's not my worst game.
That is true.
I absolutely was abysmal the first time I played this. So,
trying to think what my worst game was. I like the last case when we got it in
I felt like the last case was a little too straightforward, and this one was way too vague. So hopefully something in the middle for the next one.
Maybe that was the whole point.
Though. I did like this case.
Yeah, I was thinking about that midway through. That I feel like the last one kind of lulled us into this, like, especially since we just played that, and compared to like the 8-month break we took. That this one was like the last one kind of lulled us in, like, okay, yeah, we got it. That made us kind of overconfident, and then we're like, we're not getting this, but we're 6 in. We should have it by now. So
maybe, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I feel like they were play testing these things, saw that one was too easy, and we're like, okay, we got to make the next one like hard.
Oh no!
Yes.
What the hell is that?
Yes.
It's a bad game decision. Okay, Mark, that's what it is.
No, there's like a huge stain on this shirt.
Oh. Wow. Fuck me then.
Oh well, it's one of my Pismo Bowl shirts, so it's kind of like a work shirt, so it's probably just like oil or grease from the back.
Well, I got to go through and blur out parts of this stream because iCloud came up. Since I don't know if you know this, but if you use iCloud with Outlook on your computer, it constantly logs you out and then asks to be re-logged in, and then shows your email password, or not your password, but your email on screen. And
I did not know that.
And it came up 3 times while I was recording.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, I am. So I'm cutting most of this stuff out. So.
Your viewers are gonna clip it now.
Oh, I think Mark. No, Mark. Yeah, Mark pulled it up.
I pulled it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, my thing says I have 1 viewer.
Still up.
Hey, do you have a do you have a
cringy
name for your audience?
The Meister Academy.
Meisters. When are you
the Maestros?
The Meisters, not Maestros, but Meisters. It's a German for master.
Yeah. Und Burgermeister.
Because I'm the Scarfmeister.
Yeah.
You call them something a little gay, like the Scarfies.
No,
the Burgermeister
because they can choose to be like, if I get like my mods or whatever, and like Discord or whatever, they could be like their own type of Meisters, but they be like whatever.
Do I get to choose the name since I'm the first mod, or am I not the first mod?
Actually, Cameron was.
You
were in the chat the other day when I learned how to make mods.
I totally forgot. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Where is my lint roller?
That is an
Who
excellent.
you calling a cootie queen? You went later.
When I was streaming with Josh, just yesterday actually, I told him like, I got 3 requirements to become a mod for me. I have to like personally know you, or no, it was like you played D&D with me for like a couple of years or something like that. You do something nice in chat, and there was something else. I think it was just those 2 things. Like you.
Damn, I haven't met any of that criteria yet.
No, you played D&D with me.
Now you said like 2 years.
No, I said a couple of years or something like that, and we've played D&D for a while.
Only a year and a half.
Hasn't been a couple of years.
Whatever. If you guys ever showed up in my chat.
I showed up tonight.
And I modded.
I remembered.
Hey, you looked up something or whatever, and or after that is when I modded you. You looked up something for me. Oh, it was the stones. How much does the stone weigh?
Oh, there you go.
14 pounds.
Because I remember I typed the game is afoot.
Yeah. There's actually an achievement on Twitch to have like, I think it's 5 people chatting at once in a stream. And I've had most like 3.
Get on that.
There's only 4 of us here.
There's 5 of us. Oh, I guess you weren't.
I don't care.
Okay. We'll fucking get Mrs. Wallace up in this bitch.
Yeah.
My parents do not watch my
account.
streams. I don't even tell my parents I stream all that much.
Whose fault is that?
It's totally mine, but I don't think I want them involved with my streaming career until I actually like do anything with it.
Okay. I don't know how Josh can in there. Josh can converse with us.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he would be super.
I actually invited him to play Geek Out the other day, but he was busy.
Man, aren't you guys sad you played without me?
Oh.
Hey, I actually ended positive for once, so.
I almost won.
I beat Matt at a weed question.
He did.
He did. He beat Matt hard at a weed question.
I just got Cameron one.
He named more manga artists.
Contentious victory. The Pokemon thing is still in dispute.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Right,
it's always contentious. We've never
had
an
like,
argument
on
about that.
voice. What is contentious? Is that the whole like the ghost Pokemon aren't actually ghost?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Alex's argument was that they're actually spooky type, but Pokemon was too afraid of sounding childlike, so they called them ghost type.
Basically.
You're saying the show from Japan to America that censored some of its stuff to make it more childlike decided to call them ghosts to make it less childlike?
Thank you.
Okay. I don't think it's necessarily. I mean, like, I think originally it was supposed to be like ghost type are ghosts, but over time it evolved into be like just anything slightly related to the occult. And by occult, I mean like in the Pokedex. So it doesn't have to be like actually ghosts, but like what would a 10-year-old when they see this and they write the Pokedex, because there's God knows Professor Oak didn't write that if you read some of those things. So I think it's supposed to be like, oh yep, there's a balloon that carries children off. That's a ghost type, even though it's not actually a ghost. There's a floating chandelier. That's a ghost type, even though it's not a ghost. Like,
you're not pronouncing it right. It's chandelier.
Oh, also, Mark, one of my answers was the sorrow.
That's awesome. The sorrow is a ghost. Inspiration for next session.
Fuck yeah.
Whenever that is.
Yeah, whenever. Maybe November if we're lucky.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but
or I guess maybe November if I'm lucky. I don't know.
So
I think lucky, depending on how you look at it.
So I think
it reminds me, guys. I potentially will not
be able to play D&D ever again.
Wednesday, the next Wednesday, and the Wednesday after that.
You fuck.
I have rehearsals.
You son of a bitch. Anyway.
Son of a bitch.
Either way, I'm just glad to know that Cameron and I, as a unit, are undefeated in Geek Out.
Bite me. That's
we are a unit. It's true.
Suck my unit.
The absolute unit.
I'll just send the reminder one more time that I do, in fact, like turtles.
Yeah, you do. All right, gentlemen, I have like an hour and 15 minutes in order to finish reading this play and write a response to it, so I'm going to have to catch y'all later.
Wow.
Dude,
Definitely
why do you do this?
priorities in line.
Seriously, what were you doing before this?
I was kind of reading plays and also kind of dozing in and out of consciousness.
And watching the last episode of Clarkson's Farm with me that he just happened to walk in on.
But also potentially starting to get into In the Dark, season 3.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, good
I'm gonna go
night.
have dinner now. Bye.
All right, good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Good
Later.
job. Good job, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Matt. That was very abrupt. Everyone's leaving.
Yeah. I gotta.
I mean, I didn't expect anything less, but
No. And my lights wouldn't even turn on this. Like my two lights that shine on my face wouldn't even turn on all stream. So like,
gotcha.
I literally just kicked my chair back and leaned back so like my overhead light would kind of hit my face more.
Yeah, I didn't even watch. I literally just turned on the stream, commented the game is afoot, and then turned off that window. Or left the window.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't like I'm pretty sure if you left on audio only and muted the tab, it still lights.
Sure.
Because I was playing with some of Josh's cousins, and they had the stream open like another tab, but wasn't focused on it, and they counted as viewers.
Yeah.
I'm getting followers. I have 8 followers because they both followed.
There you go.
I need 50 to get like affiliate, and then
Hey,
like I'm getting that
Progress
stream
has been made.
Yep.
Now you just gotta get the bowling team.
Oh
Following
yeah, that's like a massive amount right there. I was like, that would almost double it if they all followed. And Noah owes me a little bit, so.
Yeah, I saw him the other day. He came to practice.
Oh, he's in town?
And Joey. He was in town for like a day. He literally showed up for practice. And Theo was like, oh yeah, the assistant coach is gonna be here, who is Noah. Joey is the official coach, blah blah blah. And then Noah was there for half of the practice and then left.
You know, considering how many times both of those two went to practice.
Oh, and here's the other funny thing. So when Joey was talking about like his practice regimen and all that stuff, he was like, oh yeah, I would bowl like 20 to 30 games every week. And I was like, bull fucking shit, you bowled 20 to 30 games every week. Because if you did, it certainly wasn't at Mustang Lanes.
Well, and it wasn't when we started going to the place down in Rancho. Rancho Bowl. Yeah, because like we had it every Saturday, and he was there like maybe once a month.
Yeah, I don't. Where are these 20, 30 games coming from? Because he didn't bowl at Rancho, and he didn't bowl at Poly.
And when we had
he
to
bowled in Pismo or Paso.
And when we had to clean the alley and stuff, it was always like, is Christian and Joey gonna be there? Oh,
Yeah, it was
Christian
literally.
supposed to be there.
It was always Danny, and then you, maybe.
Well, I didn't know when it was supposed to happen, and I didn't know it was mandatory. Otherwise, I would.
I mean, it was. Yeah, I know we've already had this conversation, but yes. So yeah, Danny was the only one to show up.
I remember meeting him for the first time. Then.
Meeting.
Pronouns.
Formerly
Yeah.
known as Daniel.
Yeah, I don't know the pronouns.
The person she.
Okay.
She prefers she, but
I don't know.
obviously at the time
She
was
wanted
he.
she or they. But when I first
think,
met them.
according to her Facebook, it says she.
Okay. Yeah, but when I remember when I first met her, I was like, who are you, and why does why is John mad at us saying that you're the only one who shows up? I've never met you before.
Yeah.
Because I had never.
Why we love Danny.
Yeah, I had never been because I hadn't gone to any tournaments since I joined in like January or February, so the season was over.
Yeah, you joined at the end of the season.
And then like the only time we ever got together was for practice, and like I wasn't into bowling yet, so like I was like, this is for fun. I don't have to go to practice all that often. But I didn't have my own ball yet. I was using one of Christian's balls.
There you go.
So I was using a right-handed ball, that was drilled up, like, I was using it upside
Not
down.
for you.
Part of the reason why I was using two-handed because I didn't have a thumb.
There you go.
Yeah. I was gonna ask Alec if he wanted to play some COD.
Like tonight?
Yeah, because
Oh.
I have to stay up for 1 more hour to get my 3D printer. It's gonna finish here, and then I gotta
Well,
start.
you want to play some Neo?
Yeah, we could get you through the next mission. I'm gonna end the stream then.
Okay.
I still have to set up. I think I'm gonna buy a better microphone by the time we play Borderlands. So I set up my console streaming out there. Did I tell you about a Switch?
Yes.
I was talking about buying one. I got
You
one.
mentioned you were gonna buy one.
I got it off
but-
eBay. It's coming like in a couple days. It's just the original model. And then
Yeah.
I didn't get Super Mario Party. I got or maybe I did. And I got Breath of the Wild. I got Odyssey.
There you
And
go.
Smash. I think those are the 3 I started out with.
Yeah, I started out with Breath of the Wild, Odyssey, and Bayonetta.
Yeah, I looked up the top games like by this time, or it was updating like fall or September 2021, and Breath of the Wild was like still up top, like all of them. So I was like, okay, gotta try
I
it.
haven't. I barely touched it, dude. I always play myself on PS4.
Yeah, I just gotta get another capture card if I want to stream those games or play them or whatever. But
It's like trophies.
yeah, that is one thing about like I still play games on Steam and stuff, but like hardly ever.
Yeah. It's
like
like,
that-
you know, if I'm going on a vacation or something, which is never, but if I do, when my mom and I, when we went to spring training, I was hitting Odyssey super hard. Because it was like, I don't want to bring my whole PS4, I'll just bring my Switch.
Yeah.
It was way easier.
Oh yeah, so I
anyway,
finished
yeah.
the last mission in that area, so I'm officially on the 4th area of that area.
Okay.
All right, I'm ending the stream. I'll let that go.